Oop. Hey Draculum, hey Pia, Martin is here. That's cool. Ben, Mr. Ben from Berlin is here. You all seem a bit agitated, a bunch of agitated vegans. Yeah, Marissa, hell yeah. Wes, man, a lot of cool people already in the chat. Hello everyone, hello. I'm almost all set up, I just gotta put the signs. And I think today we'll be having Mr. Sihanovic join the outreach, which is gonna be good because I'm not in the best. Well, I'm in an okay mood, but you know, could be better. Could be better. Could definitely be better. So I'm just a little bit silent, I guess. How is everyone doing? How's your Sunday going? It's so freaking warm in here. I might even take off my jacket. Actually, you know what? I'll do that. I don't get a lot of chances to do that.
In my age, 28, that's not easy. When I start spinning, everybody start clapping. Like a one big family. So everybody hand clapping position.
Let's see how the conversations will go today. I mean, the weather was nice yesterday also, but now we're in the place where people are kind of nicer. Only 6 people so far? Yeah, hello Linda. Only 6 people so far. It's a bit earlier than what I usually do, I guess. But that's because it's Sundays. I always go a little bit earlier. There's either We the Free later or Vegan Future Amsterdam, and today it's Vegan Future Amsterdam. And I only have like 2 hours because afterwards I am going to be live on Sky's stream. So, you know. My hands still look big, huh? Future Boy is in the building. Hey, Future Boy. Hey, DJ Ara. Dijara01. Yeah, I lost like 3 kilograms, you know. I lost a lot of weight as I went to Poland and all that. I didn't get to track anything properly, so I lost weight. Well, I ate a lot, but I still lost some weight because I eat a lot more, I guess, when I'm at home. So I did lose some weight, but I'm just more lean, I guess. I was looking today, and for the first time ever, I have a 6-pack without even, like, you know, like without contracting my muscles. So, yeah. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers? Sure, why not? Let's see who wants to have a conversation with us. It's annoying because it's like warm in the sun, but if there's a little bit of a gust of wind, it's cold. Hey, you guys want to have a conversation?
Good luck.
Thank you, you too. Mr. Draculum. You want to try it? It's okay. If it's this difficult for me to get people, imagine when Sohan is gonna be here. It's always difficult to get people when he's here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's so fucking handsome. People just get intimidated seeing him. Like, oh my god, that handsomeness. I'm more approachable. I'm like, yeah, what's going on there? So people are like, sure, why not? Let's speak to this guy. Isn't it cold there, Marissa? It's like 10 degrees. It's not cold. It's honestly pretty nice. And in the sun, it's maybe I would say 12, 13 degrees in the sun. It's insanely warm. That's why I'm in a t-shirt, huh? Vegan muscles bigger than the cold. Hell yeah. Real name is Daniel, which means let God be my judge or something like that. Funny for an atheist. Oh, DJ Ara, your real name is Daniel? Okay. Daniel. That's a good name, Daniel. You know, when I was young, Jesus just came to me, you know. When I was young, when I was in, well, not young, I was in high school essentially. I was still young, right? Like I was like kind of like a teenager. Do you need a permit to carry those weapons? Ugh. Thank you for that compliment. So when I was in high school, I was, I mean, pretty much ever since like the last 3 years of high school, I was together with one girl. I'm a very, yeah. And I think after in the second year, and I'm a geek. You know, I'm a geek. I guess you guys kind of know that I'm a geek, right? I mean, I played basketball and stuff, but I always was a geek. Like I was a math Olympic and stuff. So the second year, this guy came to our class. This guy called actually Daniel, FYI. That's why I remember this name. So he came to our class, and he actually was the ex-boyfriend of the girl that I was dating. Oh, and boy was he upset on me. And you guys want to have a conversation? Well, he was so upset that he, like, well, he didn't do that, but he wanted to pick up, like, he picked up this piece of wood and wanted to hit me with it, but he didn't do that. Instead, he just wanted to fight me, which was kind of messed up. You want to try? I just ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit. Yeah. Was my bully, my high school bully. Well, he left afterwards, fuck him. So it wasn't like a long thing. But, you know. Just remember that name. Not a great story, I guess. I guess that's why I started getting jacked, huh? To stay clear of these fucking assholes. I also did karate after that. Imagine that, me doing karate. Ah, man, what times? I don't know, it all just kept flooding now, like that you mentioned Daniel. But then also, oh my god, I have so many stories with the name Daniel. I hope that doesn't give you a bad impression of people named Daniel. I thought it was to show you can be a strong vegan. I mean, for sure, that's why ever since I'm vegan, I like grew in muscle size, and I'm eating more and more just for that. But I always was a little bit like more muscly as a person, you know, because of I started in high school kind of working out. Well, I wasn't really going to the gym per se. Like I think I went once or twice, but it was mostly just doing a lot of sport. Yeah, I have you know, Daniel, I have a lot of stories about people named Daniel. They were not very pleasant, to be honest. I think I have another story about a person named Daniel that wasn't very pleasant. But, you know, you seem like a cool guy. You seem like a cool guy. Why you're so jacked? Why not? Why not? I eat a lot. Why not? You guys want to try a social experiment? There's so many people on the street. Hi. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
Yeah, about what?
Animals.
Animals.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a cat.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me put the sign down. Then this on. You want to come a little bit here? Start your view. What's your name?
My name's Frida.
Frida, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Like the Frida Kahlo, like the painter?
Yeah, the same.
Are you a fan of hers? Or?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've
me
seen
too.
some exhibitions from her too.
I like her a
When
lot.
when she was in the Netherlands
Yeah.
a few years ago.
I also like Marina Abramovic. She was also here with us.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So I'm actually an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Yeah,
How do you feel about animals?
yeah, I'm okay with animals.
You're okay with animals?
I eat them less.
You eat them
Lately.
less?
Lately,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, that's actually what I want to talk about, because a lot of
Okay.
the times when we think about animals, we think about the cats, the dogs, and we a lot of the times think, hey, we should be nice to them. But then when it comes to the cows, the chickens, and the pigs, we pay for them to be treated like
Yeah,
objects.
we had a discussion last
exploited
time
and
with
slaughtered.
somebody said a friend of mine, she'd been to somewhere in South Asia, and she said, "Well, I've eaten dog," and everybody was, "Ooh." It says, "Yeah, but you're eating pig, and you're eating cow, and you're eating rabbit, so why not a dog?" So
Yeah.
we had this discussion about it.
Yeah, but the discussion
Yeah.
should go not like, why not
No.
a dog, but why all of the other
animals? Yeah,
exactly.
That's where we got at a certain point to talk about that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it because I think like, do you think what matters is the value we place on them or the
Yeah,
value
yeah.
that they themselves have?
Yeah, yeah.
Which one do you think matters?
You say it again?
Yeah, so what matters? Is it the value we place on them? Like, take for instance, we like dogs more than cats, or we like cats more
Yeah,
than
I think
dogs?
that's
Or
why,
is it,
or it's
or is it the value that they have in themselves that should matter?
the value they have themselves that should matter.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's called intrinsic value.
Yeah.
And the animals, the intrinsic value, the way I see it, is coming from the fact that they don't want to be killed. They don't want their experience of life to be mutilated or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like, we all have an experience of life, and we all
Mm-hmm.
want that to be as little as possible that somebody intervenes in them, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we just want it to be the way we want it to be.
Yeah.
And these animals are the same. This isn't a thing that because we're intelligent we want it this way. It's just because we're sentient. We experience life. So
Yeah, and it's also culturally,
Yeah.
I think, because that we eat a lot of meat. Like I'm Indonesian. When I was young, I'm from a big family.
Yeah.
We had 8 kids. We never eat meat every day. We
Yeah.
ate soybeans and eggs or all other alternatives. But there's so much meat and there is so much the industry, so it's very easy available. And
Yeah.
it's too expensive, cheap. That's
Yeah.
like if you see how it's going in the slaughterhouse and everything, people get paid not enough because we want to eat meat cheap, and that should not be the case as well.
yeah. Yeah, well, that's only part of it. The reason why it's so cheap is also because it's heavily subsidized. It's,
Yeah.
But I agree with you on all of this. But I think like we can think about our position a lot of the times, but we should definitely consider their position also, right? When
Yeah.
we make these choices.
Yeah.
And do you think there's any way for us to choose an animal product, whether that's milk, cheese, eggs, or flesh, knowing that an animal gets exploited for us behind them, and knowing that we can always choose something
That's
else?
something we don't think about, and that should be more, I think.
Yeah, we
must
should.
be aware of all the aspects and all the bad things from eating eggs, cows and milk and everything. So, but we're not aware and we're not educated in it as well, because what you say about big corporations, they want, like in the Netherlands in the 60s, they said, oh, you have to drink 3 glasses of milk. It was based on nothing.
Yeah.
But I never drink milk because I don't like milk. But that's based on marketing that we should, and it became bigger and bigger, the dairy industry. So
Yeah.
we're not aware of that we're manipulated.
Yeah, we
I
are
think-
manipulated. But
Yeah.
do you think we have power and responsibility to
I
choose
think we
differently?
have, but we're not using it.
Yeah. What's keeping you from choosing differently? Because you said you're reducing, so that means it should be easy to stop. Why not stop out at all?
There's another person in my household.
Well, he can do whatever he wants,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Like
he
if he
can
wants
eat.
to eat dogs,
Yeah.
he can eat dogs. You don't have to
Yeah, yeah.
join him if he wants to eat dogs, right?
That's true, but it's not that easy to stop. But I'm eating less meat and dairy, but I like cheese, for instance. So.
But you know what happens to dairy cows, right? Like that
Yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah,
forcefully
yeah.
impregnated,
Yeah.
that their babies are taken from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think that's fair to forcibly
No,
inseminate
it's
a
not.
cow or
No,
take their babies
no,
away?
no.
What do you think happens to the male calves, the one that don't produce milk?
They just kill them.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And when do you think they kill the females? Because they also get killed.
As soon as they don't give milk anymore.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah.
like at a fraction of their lifespan. That's like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
quarter of their natural
Yeah,
lifespan.
yeah.
Yeah, so if this is not something we agree on, then we shouldn't be demanding it to happen, right? Like we shouldn't be paying for these products.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to get. I'm trying, but it's very difficult
Do you think it's more difficult for you or for the animals?
for the animals.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have no say in it.
Yeah, because for us, we just have to be a little bit cognitively aware when we go into
Yeah,
a
yeah.
supermarket and just pick different products, right? But even in that situation, the difficulty just comes from this idea of change, from this fear of change.
Yeah, yeah.
But in reality, we know, just don't pick an animal product. That's it. It's as simple
Yeah,
as that, right? So, how many more animals should be exploited for you from now on?
I think none.
None. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered being vegan? Because that would mean being vegan.
I've tried it time,
Yeah.
but it didn't work out.
Well, what
I don't
happened?
know.
What happened?
Well, you get busy and you work, and then you think, oh, it's easy to have a meal, and oh, there's pork in it. Oh, I don't eat pork, but there's meat in it. So it's also convenience, I think.
Yeah, convenience is, but
Yeah.
but our values don't say that convenience is okay to
Nee.
do this to the animals,
No,
right?
you're right,
So I guess we, like
I really feel bad now.
that's okay. That's a good reaction to have. I appreciate you having this reaction
Yeah.
because that's normal. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to make you look
No,
feel
no,
bad.
no.
I'm trying to get you to understand their
No,
perspective.
I'm getting more conscious about. I have to think more conscious about what I'm eating, and I'm doing that, but not enough, I think.
So there's a I'll give you a card. There's a documentary
Okay.
here called Dominion. If
Yeah.
you scan this, it will appear on top. Do you think you can give that a watch? It just shows what animals go through.
Okay.
And on this page, you also have a thing called Challenge 22.
Yeah.
They hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day, and they help
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you go vegan for free. So whatever
Okay.
concerns you have, they'll help you out with all of that, including like situations when you don't know how to handle them, like at work and stuff. They can.
Yeah,
even
but
help
it's
you with that.
also very difficult to eat good vegetables. Like they said for all these, I tried it a long time. Then you had this vegan stuff, but now they say there's also all sort of chemical things in it. So there's
They're
no
better
meat.
than meat.
Yeah, yeah.
They're better than meat. So we have studies showing that plant-based meat is better than meat.
Yeah,
health-wise.
I know, but it's still not as healthy as they say it is. So that's makes it difficult because
It doesn't matter because if
Yeah.
your choice isn't
Yeah.
your choice is between choosing plant-based meat or
No,
real
no,
or
but
meat.
it's very
you know.
difficult for to eat healthy and to eat consciously because, like the soy industry.
I don't have a difficulty
no,
to be
no?
honest. No.
No, but for soy, they're chopping off the Amazon all the wood, so
But-
it make and for the soybean, so
But you know what they use most of the soy for?
for food for animals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if we were to eat the soy directly, they would chop less trees.
Yeah, okay.
So don't be afraid to eat soy. I would say don't be afraid to eat anything else as long as you like because when you're eating an animal
No,
product, you're
not
eating
soy,
way more
but
soy.
the stuff they put in it to make it to conserve it.
Oh well.
All
wh-
these E numbers and all
Yeah, so
that.
conservatives. So I'm actually a nutritionist, and I'll explain one simple fact for you.
Yeah.
Preservatives, which
Yeah.
which help keep food stable,
Yeah.
are especially the food that's in the cool cast in the fridge.
Yeah.
They are generally for animal based. The ones that are for animal products.
Yeah.
Those are the carcinogenic
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
because they interact with bacteria and materials that are of a flesh nature or of an
Okay,
animal
yeah,
nature,
yeah.
which we ourselves
Okay.
have on our inside, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's only normal that any form of preservative that gives to them can interact with also our insides.
Okay.
But the preservatives that are for plant products do not really interact with our insides.
Okay.
And as long as you're like not eating for every meal one of these products, like you're just say once a day or maybe once every couple of days, you're not going to have any health issues at all.
No, I'm not eating. I'm not eating packaged food, or I'm not eating.
But you can. That's what I'm saying. Like you
Okay.
shouldn't focus too much. Like if you
Yeah.
eat every once in a while a packaged food, and it helps you get that convenience down. That's
Yeah?
fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That's
Okay.
not that
I
bad.
will think about it.
But you have Challenge 22, and they can help you with all of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye. Remember to hit that like, everyone. Let's get those numbers up. It seems like the numbers are down. Well, stop virtue signaling and do something other than sit on YouTube. You want to take a photo? Wait, I'm going to take a photo with this whole group. Hey, Ruslan, nice to see you here. Wait, let me see if they're in group. Yeah, they're there. Okay. Are we taking a photo? Oh. Yeah, I'm taking it.
We zijn al heel andere mensen.
I'll put it in your pocket.
Okay.
On the blue.
Okay, I'm taking photos of them. Okay, are you guys gonna say cashews or something? Well, cashew cheese. Okay, let me get 2 verticals also. Okay, 1.
Another one.
Yeah, a lot of phones here. No, can you put it in camera mode?
The blue button.
Okay. There you go.
En de volgende nog.
Oh, I was gonna take it. Hit the, hit that like and tell me if you're vegan. Hit the 1 in the chat. If you're not vegan, hit a 0. And if you think you should be vegan, say anything else. Anything else. Anything else you're typing, that means you want to be vegan. Hello, Mr. Sohanovic.
Hello. Give me a moment. Calm down.
Yeah, here comes the difficulty in meeting people. You guys want to try it?
Oh no, thank you.
The handsome guy is coming. Anything else? Yeah, we have a person who wants to be vegan. That's perfect. If you're having difficulty, there's a thing called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a dietitian, send you recipes every day, and help you go vegan for free within your budget, within your means, within your health concerns. And there you go. And Challenge 22, what else? Oh yeah, if you don't know why you should be vegan, watch the 3-minute video. Maybe one of the moderators can drop the 3-minute video. What does the sign say? The sign says, I'm doing a social experiment, come talk to me. It is though mirrored, so it says, I am doing a social experiment, comma. Come talk to me, exclamation mark. Good explanation.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Mr. Sohanovic?
I am so happy that it's not miserably cold today.
That is a good
We've
one.
had several cold outreach days. So it's nice that it's so warm.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
And you can show off this vegan propaganda.
Vegan propaganda, yeah. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I was telling the people in the chat, I lost like 3 kilograms, and today in the morning it was the first time I could see my like 6-pack without having to flex or anything. So I'm like, whoa,
Oh, that's exciting.
that's exciting, yeah. But now I gotta start eating a little bit more because I don't want to lose all that weight. I actually
Yeah.
lost a little bit of strength. Yeah.
Over what time period did you
Lose
all
the
that
weight
Yeah.
like a week.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
eat a lot.
I would guess that some of that is also just glycogen and water, and will come back like this. I imagine the strength will come back pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Can't really
so
lose
also.
unless you like literally didn't eat for a week and didn't do any physical activity.
Can I put my bag
No.
on the...
Yeah, put it there. You want to put it
Dan
there?
is het
You
een
wanna put it
central
there?
point and then I swirl around and make photos and movies over here and over there and over there and over there.
Nice.
I'm also coming with you met movies and then all those things.
Make sure you get my good side.
Yeah, your
know.
good side.
Yeah.
Okay. Please.
You guys want to have a conversation?
You want to have a conversation with us?
I heard Lobo's sick.
Yeah.
I saw him on Friday.
That's why I was a little bit late here, because he dropped off.
You guys want to try it? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sorry?
Are you okay being live on YouTube first and foremost? Yeah, okay. Let me.
Come. Just do. Life experience. Don't do your hair. Okay.
Okay.
We speak English, not
Yes,
Dutch.
yes.
Okay, English. All right.
What's your name?
Jan Paul.
Jan Paul. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. What's
Nice to
your
meet you.
name? Marlene. Nice to meet you.
Sohan.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So we're animal rights activists.
Yeah.
We fight for animals. How do you guys feel about animals?
I think we should treat them very well.
Yeah. So let's imagine if there's a person right here on the street just kicking a dog.
Yes.
Would you go there and slip some money in their pocket and say, go ahead, kick the dog some more? Would you try to stop them, or would you just walk on by and be like, I don't care, I'll just move on?
It's always a very difficult question. The social best answers, of course, I would try to stop them. It depends how the guy looks like who kicks the dog.
Oh, let's
If
imagine
he's
that
twice my size and he looks very mean, probably I walk on, but I would maybe say something.
let's
Yes.
imagine that you would be in no situation of danger by trying to do
Then I would stop it.
Oh, yeah, of course you stop.
And then you
Yeah.
stop it. Yeah.
Yeah. What if when you go out there to stop them, this guy's like, wait. I'm doing it for exercise. I need to be healthy to exercise.
Then I say go to the gym,
Then
lift some weights.
there's other ways
Yeah.
to exercise,
Yeah,
right?
go for a run.
Yeah. What if he tells you, but the dog doesn't feel pain? I gave
Doesn't
him...
matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And I'm gonna kill him afterwards anyway. So it's
Yeah,
not-
yeah, but that's not a good reason, of course.
No. Okay.
What would you think of someone who chose to help him, to join him, or to give him money, or encourage him to keep doing it?
Even worse.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because you said you were like, oh, it's kind of a tough question, but really you were only deciding between those two options about whether to do nothing or whether to
Yeah, and you think
intervene,
about the
right?
risk
But
for
you
yourself.
never thought that it was
Yeah.
acceptable to
No.
support it.
But that's why I'm saying you think
Yeah.
about the risk for yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Would
Yeah.
I stop a bullet for somebody else?
Yeah.
Most probably not.
Yeah.
But I think it's the right way to do.
Yeah.
But you think
Yeah.
then maybe I die.
If you can
Yeah.
without your own,
Yeah. But if you say the
without any
question
risk
is,
for yourself,
for sure you won't die,
Yeah.
I will take the bullet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about your own risk.
Right.
No, does it matter which animal it is? Like if it's
No,
a dog?
doesn't matter.
No.
No.
So if it's a pig or a cow, it's
No,
the
it
same
doesn't matter.
thing?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So then, do you think that when we like we use this as a metaphor for what we do to animals in animal
Yeah,
agriculture?
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Like, do you think that it's oddly similar that we can either choose to pay somebody to kill a cow for us, or we can either walk on by, do nothing, or we can try to stand up for them? Like, what do you think is the right thing to do in that situation?
I'm not a vegetarian. I like meat. So I think I have less problems with somebody killing a cow. More the question how. Your example of kicking a dog around the street, you're hurting the animal before.
No, because they,
Yeah,
they
but-
have they don't feel pain, as I said.
No, but they don't feel pain. That's always. They say the same with fish and whatever,
No,
lobsters.
we inject them with I forgot what it's called, but like we
Okay.
inject them with something they don't feel pain.
No, but I think for me, I'm not a vegetarian. I like meat. I think if you raise the animals properly, and then you give them, they die and we eat them, I don't think that's wrong. No.
Yeah, if they die and we eat them, I also don't know if I have a problem with that. But if we kill them,
No, I don't have a
Like,
problem
would
with
your
that.
would your answer to the first scenario change if the person were about to kill the dog rather than
No,
kicking the dog?
because killing the dog was not with the purpose to eat it.
what if it were for the purpose
Yeah.
of
What
eating?
if they were to?
And he
eat-
does it
eat
in a
dog?
human way, so not
Well-
kicking around. You were saying kicking around the dog. That's my point. You're not.
Oh wait, is it
Before
right?
you kill an animal, you're not trying to hurt the animal as much as possible. You're not burning it, cut the ears off, and it's still alive. You get my point? But if you do it in the best way we know by now, the pin in the head for a cow and it dies instantly, I think that's acceptable.
But why is it bad for an animal to feel pain?
Because I don't think it's good for an animal or a human being or whatever that's alive to feel pain.
Why?
Unnecessary suffering. Unnecessary
suffering,
Do you,
yeah.
do you think if the dog could choose between being kicked and being killed, which one do you think it would choose?
Then it most probably will. But the thing is, he will kill it in the end. That was the question.
Yeah. But but the reason I'm asking is
I
because
think everybody,
like,
leave
I
a
think-
human
I think
being.
you
If
said-
I would say I kick you or I
Yeah,
kill you,
yeah.
you choose for the kick.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
so I think what I'm trying to get at is you agree that kicking is bad and all of this other suffering is bad.
Unnecessary suffering
And
is bad.
the killing is clearly from the perspective of the victim, the killing is much worse, right? Anytime you ask the victim which of those they would prefer, they
Yes.
would always choose the suffering
Yes.
over the killing.
Yes.
And we also established at the beginning that like there was no need for kicking the animal, right? For exercise, you can just go to the gym, like you said. So what's the difference between that and this that makes it okay to kill for food?
Because we don't need. Yeah, we don't
There's an
need.
Albert Heijn right there.
Yeah, we don't need to kill them for food. We can eat if you like flesh, you can eat plant-based flesh. If you like cheese, you can eat plant-based cheese, or you can have none at all and still have a perfectly healthy life, nutritious with food satisfaction and everything in mind.
Fair point. Fair point. I think if you look at the impact besides killing an animal it has on the environment, we should eat a lot less meat. And maybe your point is no more meat.
But it's not about the environment. We speak
No,
to
but
for
I
their
thi-
rights, right? It's about the rights of the
I
individuals.
think everything is in balance. So for me, it's also the environment and the impact it has, and the killing in a human way. How do you say? In the less suffering, I find that acceptable. You don't find it acceptable.
But wait, I want to
No,
ask
no,
you, just to be clear, because
Yeah.
you see, the reason when I ask you why is it wrong for them to feel pain, you said because they suffer. But why is it wrong that they suffer? Is it because just they don't want to suffer? Why? Because if that's the case, then they also don't want to die.
Strange question. Why would you anyone to suffer?
Yeah, but nobody.
But why would you want to kill them?
But the same thing is.
Okay, but that's a
Other
different question.
That's
Do
a
I
different
think?
question.
Do I think we can kill animals to eat them? I think yes.
Well, no. The reason why what I'm trying to get at, and is that the reason why it's wrong to make an animal suffer is the same reason why it's wrong to kill an animal, because they
That's
don't
your
want that to.
opinion.
Well, I'm asking you then, why is it wrong to make an animal
Because
suffer
there's
then?
a difference in you don't raise the dog for eating it. I
You
mean,
can do
if-
that.
Nah, then it's a then it's a different situation.
Why is that
But then
okay
does that
though?
make it okay?
Yeah, like that's the question. Why? Like I understand you can, like we as humans have power over all these animals. We can literally bring dogs into existence and do whatever we want to them, kill them, and have absolutely no issue with it, right? Like we even the laws we can mutate them and do the same. We like that does happen in certain parts of the world. We are capable of doing that. We can get benefit from it. Like as I said, you can exercise on a dog's body. You can eat their body. You can use their body as a fertilizer. Whatever it is, you can get some form of benefit from bringing them into existence and killing them. But the question is that really moral, knowing that all those benefits we can get without bringing them into existence and killing them?
I think that is the most interesting question you have raised so far. Because you started with, is it okay to kick around and then kill? I say no. Do I think you can kill an animal to eat? Yes. Do I think we should be very careful and think about, is that morally acceptable? You can question, and I think we have find more
What
and
do you
more.
mean when you say it's okay to do it, if not that it's morally acceptable?
No, but in more and more we discover healthy food that can fill, the gap of eating meat.
Yeah.
I think, and you see more and more people, including myself, we go into vegetarian, you find different things. Like, whatever, some years ago, we didn't have all those nutritions. You had a potato and you would eat meat to get the
We had tofu, we had tempeh, we had that for I'm 38,
Yeah,
I've had that since 20, so it's like 18
yeah,
years already.
okay, yeah.
It wasn't widely available, but you always found it, and it was always the cheapest option. It still is the cheapest option nowadays.
That's the good thing. I think
Yeah.
the good thing is that meat, by definition, now gets very expensive. People think about their wallet and try different things.
And I
But for
understand.
me, morally, I think it's acceptable to raise a cow, to kill it.
Is
and
it
to eat
acceptable to do the same to a dog?
If we're all saying now, from now on, like in some countries, they love to eat dog.
But according to your values, is it acceptable to bring a dog into existence, use them, and then kill them for
Yes.
food? Yeah. Okay. So then let's go even further. What about if we do that to a human being? Would that be acceptable? If we bring them into existence, use them, and then kill them for food, because we can eat everything but the brain, so that we don't get sick.
No, I don't think that's acceptable.
So then.
So there is, for me, a difference between an animal and a human being.
And that's the next question, because we can all agree that there are differences between a human being and an animal, but the question is, which differences justify the difference in opinion, right? Like, which of those differences, like for example, you're bigger than me, right? I could say that you're Dutch, I'm not Dutch. Well, I'm Dutch officially, but I'm not. Whatever, I wasn't born here, right? Like your skin color is different than his skin color. There's all these differences between us, but I wouldn't say that any of these differences justify me killing one or the other. So there are clear differences between us and animals.
That's
But
what we think. Not everybody in the world thinks like that.
But sure, but according
Quite a
to your
few,
values,
Which is why we're asking about your values.
yes.
Yeah, so I say no, a human being, no.
But which of these differences between a human and an animal makes it okay to kill the animal but not the human for a product we don't need?
Because for me, it's also the interaction, the brain power, and a human being, I find it by definition different than an animal.
Yeah, but
That's why we differentiate.
Yeah, the thing is about it though is that there's human beings on this planet who have the same cognitive capabilities of animals. There's literally intellectually challenged human beings who can do even less than a lot of animals.
I know.
And would you be in favor of killing them for food?
No.
No. So you see that it cannot be that the brain power is then the difference, because when we find somebody who has less brain power, you say, well, no, it's still not okay to kill them. So what exactly, like, you see it as a difference because you've been taught that it's a difference.
Yes.
But if you think about it, is there any difference that justifies killing them for something we don't need again?
That's your opinion that you don't need it.
No, that's science. Like I'm actually a nutritionist, but we also have empirical evidence showing that we can be healthy on a plant-based diet. So we don't really need to consume animal products.
I agree.
Yeah. So
But
it's not
my opinion is that you can raise an animal to kill it to eat.
But that's what that's what we're.
And your
Do
point-
you think that's something that needs to be justified? Like the fact that you think that it's okay that it's morally okay to kill these animals?
Do I think? No, not in present society. I don't need to justify that.
I'm not talking about sort of societally or in order to like have other people accept your behavior. I'm just talking about when you talk about morals, right?
Yeah.
Because surely, for example, when we talked about this dog, like surely you would need someone to give some sort of great justification in order for you to feel that it's morally acceptable for them to harm the dog in some way, right?
No, I think, but you were right. I think we were raised, it's normal to eat animals.
Yeah.
Imagine we would be raised, it's not normal to kill animals, we need to eat plant-based. I think you would think a little bit different.
Yeah, and but the thing about it is, you're right about that. It's just that we're adults. We can't always blame our upbringing on our choices, right? Like we have to take responsibility for our choices, and at the end of the day, even if we were raised, like imagine not long ago, 100 years ago and maybe 200 years ago, there were all other types of injustices that people were raised thinking it's okay, like women not having rights, like black people
I
being
would say
enslaved.
smoking in the plane.
Smoking on plane, all these smoking on plane, you could say that it is kind of unfair towards the people who have to suffer from it, but it's nowhere near as close to the injustices that women not having rights or
Yeah, but okay, you can have all kind of things,
but all these people who were born in during those ages, they shouldn't have just said, well, I was born this way, therefore I should continue accepting it. They should have
but
said,
that's what I'm saying. I think
it's
things are
wrong,
shifting.
let's stop.
More interesting, what is your opinion? Why it's not going so fast? Why are people still eating animals?
Well, because a lot of people, just like you're doing now, they form this thing, it's called motivated reasoning. It's something that our brain inherently does, but it's also something that you can be cognitively aware of and try to fight it. So when we know we want to continue doing something, because eating food is something it's not just cultural, it's personal to us, right? We enjoy eating food. We have a deep connection with food, and when somebody challenges us on that and we might need to change, our brain instantly says, I don't want to change, I want to continue doing this. And then instead of you asking yourself whether it is the right choice to do so, your brain or yourself, without even realizing it, are trying to find reasons to continue doing so. And that's a lot of people are in this position where they just constantly try to find reasons to continue doing it instead of questioning if it's the right thing and then decide whether they want
It's
to
very
continue
good that
doing
you
it.
do this point, but also in a human life you don't have the opportunity, the time to discuss everything you do, and we are discussing maybe other things than you on this subject.
No, but I find it.
This is the only one that you pay for 3 times a day, though.
Yeah, and we're not
Right?
asking
there's,
you.
There's
No,
nothing
no,
else.
but
There's
I-
nothing
I-
else.
I like to go on. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
we
go
go
on.
on. But what I like is, I was saying that for me, a big thing is about the environment. You say no, it's more the moral question. I find it an interesting one. I have less moral problems with killing an animal. I do think that raising all those animals, polluting our own environment, and on top of that, in the long term, we don't give them a nice life, is also a wrong thing. Suffering also is how you raise a cow in Megaf, where you have thousands of them together with all kind of diseases. I think that's all wrong.
But these are all things you were taught already. These aren't things that you have a cognitive process behind them to understand them. Because when I ask you why any of these things are wrong, you don't have an actual reason on why they're wrong. You just know that they're wrong. And the point that I'm trying to come across
Sorry,
is...
I don't want to listen anymore because I know that you want to make your point and there's just one solution for you and you want to bring that point
It's for
to
the
us.
animals. I fight for the animals.
Yes,
The
yeah,
only
that's very
solution to
good.
defend
That's very
animals
good.
is...
But I like it. I like it, and I think
I
you
like
gave me a new insight.
Let me
Yeah,
just
thank
give you a
you.
card,
Thank you
okay?
for that one.
There's a documentary here called Dominion. Do you think you can watch that?
No, relax.
It's a live stream. It's already been.
I won't
live.
publish the video.
That's
if
what he said
what
at
you
the
want.
start.
Yeah, I'm live now.
Relax,
It's
relax.
not live. Where is it then?
It's
live.
It's live.
It's literally like you can
Yeah.
see a chat right here for people who are watching.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good one. She got really,
Yeah,
really...
she was. I mean, I could tell from the start that she was like.
She got super defensive, super
I feel like
fast.
we kind of wasted our time going down talking to them, honestly.
I think like she became super... Hello everyone. She was triggered. Yeah, she was very triggered. And not just like, I think the minute I explained motivated reasoning, she instantly became uncomfortable because I think she realized that that's what she's doing.
Totally, because I mean, like ultimately, when these people don't have an argument, what they want to do is say, oh well, it's just a matter of opinion, and you can have your opinion, and I can have my opinion, and that should be okay, and we should be able to coexist. And then the moment you find out that people did the same shit for any other injustice, they're like, well, in that situation, it was fucked up and wrong for people to say that. But in this situation, I still want to be able to do it, so I can have my
That's actually a really good sign.
tasty, whatever.
That's actually a really, really good sign on her end. Like he was just like, I don't care, I
Yeah.
just move on. But she got affected by it, which is a really good sign. That guy is also like a vegan. That guy over there. He always says hello to me when he walks by.
Yeah. I've talked to him before.
Yeah,
I had a conversation with him. I walked when we were doing like the old version of the social experiment. We got through like 2 stages of it, and then we eventually got to the point of talking about animals. And I was like, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, you should know, I'm already vegan." I'm gonna go say hi to him real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
And here, chicken's doing a social experiment. Yeah,
Muscles.
he's eating plants. He's plant strong.
Plant strong.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Those muscles.
Look at that.
Yeah. Fueled by plants.
Fueled by plants. And for all of you YouTuber, look at that.
No milk, no eggs, no nothing.
Nothing.
Only plants.
Only plants.
Only plants. And I'm going to the next.
Gay. Yeah, well, thank you. On this channel, gay means cool, so thank you. You ate some chickens? Nah, bruh. Nah. I respect animals. I wouldn't do that to them. Sohan went to say hello to that guy, and now he's having a conversation. Who is that? Oh, that's the person who just came is Sanders. He's a guy who comes to vegan events here in the Netherlands, and he takes photos of everybody. He just like he takes photos, he creates stories, he does all this for vegan events. It's really cool. He's a cool guy. You guys want to try a social experiment? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other activists today here, all holding signs that they're doing a social experiment. So it's gonna be cool. Oh my God! I just see a donation. Thank you so much. Wait, I want to see it. No animals had to die for those guns. Exactly. Thank you so much, Swamp Slug. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, you want to have a conversation?
Can you tell me about what kind of conversation is that?
It's about animals. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
But you want to ask me something?
Yeah. It's about animals. Yeah. You want to come? Here's the train view. What's
Nice
your
to
name?
do. My name is Sohan.
Sohan?
Hi.
No way your name is Sohan.
I am.
My friend's name is Sohan also. He's gonna
Really?
come here soon. Yeah, that's a funny coincidence. Yeah.
And what's your name? Sorry.
I'm Chip. I'm Chip. So Sohan, where are you from?
I'm from Nepal.
From Nepal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, man. What brings you to Amsterdam? Do you live here or?
No, I live in Germany and I just want to get out of the shitty weather. And here is nice weather. That's why.
Coincidentally, yeah.
Coincidence.
So I want to ask you, Sohan. I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
Neutral.
Neutral? Like, let me ask you, if there's a person over here on the street kicking a dog,
Oh, that will hurt me.
would you go there and like put some money in their pocket, be like, yeah, continue kicking the
No.
dog? Would you try to stop them, or would you walk on by and do nothing?
No, it should be. I have to understand the situation. Maybe the dog beat him or something.
No. The dog hasn't done anything.
Then
wrong
I
to them.
just walking around. Then I would stop him and say, "Hey, stop." or
Yeah,
something.
you would try to stop them. But what if when you're going out there to stop them, he'll tell you, "I'm doing it for exercise. It's the way I gotta be healthy. I need to exercise, so I'm just kicking the shit out of this dog."
Then you buy your own dog, or maybe you own your own dog and kick at your home, not outside. Like,
Oh no, like theoretically he owns the dog legally.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I don't know what's normal for some people isn't normal for everyone. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily interested in what's normal. I'm interested in, is it okay? Is it moral? Is it the right thing to do?
For me, it's not the right thing to do.
It's not the right thing to do, right? So even if he needs to exercise, why is that wrong? Because he does need to exercise, right?
I mean, why is that wrong?
Yeah.
It's hurting things is wrong, for example. But
Things? Do you think that the dog is a thing?
love is living thing. Yeah, hurting them is actually not fun.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. So it would be wrong to kick them, right? Like.
Yeah, from my point of view, yeah. But for
So-
his point of view, cannot understand. You Sohan? I'm also Sohan. Where are you
No
from?
way.
Really?
That's what I said.
I
Also,
don't
no
believe
way.
I don't believe you. Yeah, Sohan.
am.
My family's from India.
I'm from Nepal.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay,
why.
okay. I've never met another Sohan
Really?
before. That's
First time?
great.
Cool.
I've heard Soham a bunch of times.
Yeah,
but yeah, but
but and no.
not with an N.
I am.
All right,
Nice to
nice.
meet
I already like you.
Are you also?
Yeah,
part
we're
of the
both
team?
animal rights activists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So we've already established that you would try to stop the dog, the person kicking the dog, even if it were for exercise. Do you think that? What would you think of a person who chooses to join them or chooses to pay them to continue kicking the dog?
I mean, I try to stay neutral in this case, you know, because in this world, have you ever dig deep into this thing about yin and yang?
Yeah.
Yin yang. So negative equals positive. And that makes us a whole. So without negative, there won't be positive. So imagine there is no darkness. The sunlight.
Oh, but wait a minute. If somebody's kicking you, what would you want them to do?
I will.
Would you still say yin yang, or would you say no, fucking stop? I don't want to.
At that time, fucking stop.
Yeah.
Because it's me. And
Yeah.
my point of my life, you know.
Yeah, but then don't you think we should empathize also with the victims of other
Yeah,
injustices?
we can. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that we should stop or something. You know, this empathy is subjective. What's your empathy is not my empathy. Can be.
So wait a minute. What are you okay with? What are you okay with doing to an animal, where you will say, "I'm okay. I'm okay with it." Like, what's the limit where you will say, "I'm no longer okay with it. I need to tell them to stop."
It totally depends on my mood on that day.
It depends on your
So
mood.
I don't have mindset of like, okay, so this is right for him.
So if
this
somebody's
is-
raping an animal,
yeah.
would you tell them to stop, or would you be like, "I'm not in the
No,
mood"?
that's also depends on my mood. If I'm in hurry, I would just go. I'm sorry.
No. Let's imagine that you're in a situation where you can tell them to stop, right? Like, would you tell them
then
to
I would
stop?
tell them to stop. Yeah,
Okay.
Because that's an animal.
Yeah. Okay. So raping is wrong, but kicking them, you
It's
wouldn't.
also
tell-
wrong.
So you would also tell them to stop.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. Kicking them is bad. Raping them is bad. What about killing them? What if they kill them?
On the street.
Yeah. Well, or in their
Everywhere.
house. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
You're also pointing things like being a vegetarian, non-veg kind of thing. No? You are going to this.
Yeah. We're
thing.
gonna get there. Yeah.
I understand about killing and non-killing. There was a question that struck on my mind. For example,
I'm sorry. Can you please just answer this first, and then we can go to that?
killing, no.
No. So
No,
it
I will
would
stop.
still be wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
Okay, stop. I'll say stop.
Okay.
Next question.
No. You go on. You said you had a
Yeah,
question.
no, that was one question that got stuck in my mind for long. You know? For example, these plants, they cannot talk, they cannot breathe. They breathe, they are breathing, they are living things. But from their point of view, animals like deers or rabbits are their enemies because they eat plants. You know, you see in that perspective,
But there's nobody in there. You know that, right?
there is.
There's nobody inside the plant. They're not sentient. You know that, right?
I am the plant.
You are a plant.
I am a dog. I am a plant. I'm everything in
Are
between.
you like in some form of panpsychism situation? Or what's
Okay,
going on?
This is my perspective.
Like, I hope you understand that if I do this,
I say stop. Don't do. Why are you doing
it didn't hurt the plant. You know that, right?
How do you know it?
Well, because plants don't have pain receptors.
Because they cannot speak.
And even if they
No,
did have
that's-
pain
that's
receptors, they don't have a
subjective.
brain. You know
No,
that, right?
That's subjective. Man.
It's not. We have science behind all of this. So let me ask you this: like, where do you think your experience of life? Where do you think you experience pain in your body?
My consciousness.
Yeah, and where is that lying? In which body part?
I cannot say.
It's in your brain.
It's not in the brain. The brain is different part than the consciousness. The brain sits here. Maybe the soul is somewhere, but the consciousness
So
is not in the
so wait a
brain.
minute. So then why is it that when you're given a drug that you're put to sleep, you lose consciousness?
The conscious that thing is we don't lose full consciousness.
Yeah, you do.
No, we
I suppose you never had an operation, but you literally
I
just
do.
you
I
just
do.
like go like and you wake up in a new place.
I understand, but it's not full. We don't lose full consciousness in that moment. Yeah, we just maybe we put into sleep and our pain receptors are down at that point, but we don't lose full consciousness.
Yeah.
So do you think that the experiences of pain and of suffering, for example, are exactly the same between plants and other animals?
Yeah, it should be the same.
So, for example, like you're familiar with like 9/11, like the terrorist attacks in the U.S. in 2001. This building was collapsed and many people died.
Yeah.
There were probably also a bunch of plants in that building.
Yeah.
So do you think that those plants being destroyed was just as bad as the deaths of the people? Like, did you also mourn the plants just as much?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Also, wait. If a building is burning, would you save a human or a plant? If you could save only one.
I will not save because I will not save anyone. If I can save, first priority would be.
No,
like,
if
I'm
you
a
could
nurse.
save yourself and you could only save another,
Yeah.
would you save a plant or a human?
Human,
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you
Why?
save a plant or an animal?
I won't.
You won't.
No.
So you could save one of
So,
them
like,
and you
if this
choose.
dog-
Hi.
This dog versus one of those, like a plant,
Plant.
you
Wait.
wouldn't be able to choose.
So you
No.
you must have a real issue with people cutting grass, right? Like you must be like, what the
No,
fuck
I
are you
don't.
guys doing?
I don't. That doesn't disturb me.
Wait,
So
but
what the
but does
problem is-
does cutting the throats of dogs, like just if I just take a saw, a chainsaw right now, and I just start cutting throats of animals, would that disturb you?
Yeah, that will disturb me.
Okay, so then it's clear that plants and animals are not the same even for you.
But for me, like I won't do that. From my thing.
You will never
I
cut
won't
grass.
I will cut grass, but if times like that, I will also cut animals.
Okay, so I'm done with this. It's kind of stupid anyway because we know plants are not sentient and animals are sentient. Well, we know that it comes from brain and it's an emerging property of brains and central nervous systems. But that's fine. If you want to believe whatever you want to believe whatever you want to believe. However, the science says also the fact that when you consume animal products,
Yeah.
more plants are killed in the process. So if you want to kill as few plants as possible, you should still be on a plant-based diet.
True.
Yeah. So why aren't you on a plant-based diet then?
Because my whole subconscious is programmed on that.
Your whole substances.
Subconscious and unconscious is programmed on
Are you
that.
not in control of your choices?
I am in control, but it's
So you can
deeply
make
rooted.
different choices.
It's deeply rooted so much that that even the thought of it triggers me.
The thought of changing.
No, thought of like, okay, so there is meat or plant. I just have to think. And in that point, I will choose meat. It's kind of like this, programmed like this.
Why?
It's programmed.
So you don't actually act logically or think. You don't really use your brain when you do these decisions. You just act based on instinct.
Yeah,
Okay.
based on taste.
Okay. So
My,
then, yeah. So
senses.
Is that the kind of person that you want to be?
I mean, I don't want to be. I am.
But do you think that's a static thing? Like you
No,
can't change?
I mean, I'm not disturbing anyone.
well,
And if people are disturbed with that, then it's their problem. You see?
Is it? Because I mean, we're not here advocating for ourselves, right? We're here to advocate for
get ready. Are you
the
ready?
meat.
I am ready.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. Do you think that these animals are disturbed?
they might be disturbed.
Yeah. Do you think this is the same as me picking that leaf from a
Yeah.
plant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you see that way, I can also tell it that way.
Yeah. That's
Of
a
course.
bit delusional, of course. But like
No, of course,
either
you
way,
cannot call
either
me
either.
delusional.
But it is delusional.
No, it's
but
not
either way,
delusional. It's not delusional.
either way, behind this killing, there's also a lot of plant killing.
Yeah, they eat plants.
Yeah. So why choose this when you can just choose that?
Yeah, it's personal choice. Everybody are free to choose.
What if these
whatever
were
they like.
humans? Would you still consider it as a personal choice, and everybody should be free to choose to cut the throat of humans, as you see it in here?
Yeah, if you say like, what if it keeps on going on? What if? No.
Yeah. No.
It'll
Let's
talk
just start from
what's
here.
happening.
What if? Yeah.
What's happening? No, what if is like we want.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If it starts raining, are you gonna use an umbrella?
Oh, sometimes I will, sometimes I won't.
Okay. So what do you do if it rains?
I will just look how bad it rains, and if I don't have umbrella, I'll put a shelter. Or I'll go, or if I have like no electronics, I'll just walk under the rain.
I appreciate you. So you are capable of understanding a situation
I
that
understand.
is not currently happening. So if there were humans being killed for you in this position, would you still pay for them to be killed?
I won't pay for them. I won't pay.
Also, for humans, you would grant them the moral consideration that they deserve, correct?
For humans, I don't know. It's
So what's the
called-
difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference
You are
in
not
treatment?
waiting for my answer, so I think I feel kind of like attacking.
There's no
You
reason.
want to be here, and I'm always here.
Let's
So
calm
this-
down. There's
this
no
is-
reason to
you
escalate this.
have
There's
to-
no
you have to calm
reason.
down.
There's no reason
I'm sorry,
to
Chad, but,
get angry over this.
I feel like attacked, and I'm breaking this conversation, and everybody should.
There's
do
no reason
whatever
to
they
get
want.
Your
angry
feeling
over
of being
this.
attacked is worse than what the animals experience
Yeah,
because of
course,
you.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
me. It's me, of course.
Okay.
So you being attacked is worse than this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you like I
mean,
understand? I
because
understand
it's
your
me.
ego is high
No,
right
it's
now, but
not
you have to
ego.
let the ego a little
No.
bit
You
on
just
the
said
side.
it's me, and then you said it's not ego. like,
No, self-awareness. You know, you are not. I mean, what? When? Since when did you become vegan?
I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Before that, what happened? What changed your mind?
Oh, knowing about this and realizing that what I'm
what
doing
changed
is
my mind
wrong.
wasn't wasn't people telling me it was totally fine for me to do what I was
And
doing.
why are you telling people to change your mind?
Because that's how I change.
Because of the innocent
Because
animals.
somebody told you to change. Oh, live like this instead of like this.
Yeah,
So
if
it's
my-
not
if-
driven by you, it's driven by somebody else. So you don't know yourself.
What are you
You don't
talking
know
about?
yourself.
No,
I
I'm
had to
not
probe
talking
my
about
own
person.
values.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we just had conversations where we probed each
somebody-
other values and we realized that our values are inconsistent,
Yeah.
or either with our actions or they're morally inconsistent with
No,
each other.
but
So when I ask you what is the difference between a human being and an animal,
Mm-hmm.
that justifies killing an animal but not a human for the same reason, because you said if it were a human you would stop.
Mm.
So what's the difference between a human and an animal that justifies the difference?
So for plants, will you eat everything? Will you eat everything?
I really understand you really want to talk about plants and you really want to
No, no.
de-individualize
And
animals
you-
that
you
much as to
also-
bring
yeah.
plants into the conversation.
No,
But,
but
the
answer me,
question was
answer
pretty
me.
simple. What is the difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
Okay, the human beings are a bit more conscious than them.
Oh, so if you find a human being with the same level of consciousness of an animal, then it's okay. You would pay for them to be killed and you would
no,
eat them.
no, that doesn't
So
mean.
then that doesn't mean that,
No,
mean that that's
doesn't-
not the difference.
No, that doesn't mean that somebody should get killed. You know, as a human.
But why? Then that's not the difference.
That's not the
Because you said
difference.
that's the difference, but then if we equalize it, then you said you're still not okay with it.
But I'm not okay. It's my choice. You know, like yours. You cannot eat this plant. But you will eat something else plant.
Yeah, I need to eat,
Yeah.
otherwise I'll die. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, necessity can justify all forms of things, but you're not doing this for necessity. You're doing this because you want to.
No, it's,
You told
it's
us
deeply-
yourself you do it
This
because
one
you
is
enjoy
maybe
the taste.
from Hindu religion, and this is deeply rooted in your subconscious. You cannot.
Oh no, this is halal. And
Also
I
in Hindu
I think
religion,
this
they
is
do
kosher.
this. They do this, yeah. Some Hindu majorities do this. Not all, but some this. The core thing about doing this is to trigger their belief in themselves.
So wait a minute, I'm trying to understand because what's the difference between you choosing for animals to get stabbed to death and you said you would try to stop a person kicking a dog on the street? Because he's also doing it, he would say the same as you are saying now, it's my choice to do so.
Then I will have a conversation with him.
And you would think
And
it's
he-
okay for him to
yeah,
kick a dog?
Yeah, if it's his life. I cannot go and tell.
But what
okay,
about the victim,
do
man?
this.
What about the victim? Like you can't just
There's-
consider the person who has power. You have to also consider the powerless victim, right?
No, you are talking about this. Yeah, I understand.
This is a
Whole-
victim of your choice.
Yeah, I understand this whole. What about children victims?
Yeah, we shouldn't have children victims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah, so
And
if you come in here, let me put it
why
this way.
aren't
If you
there
come
pictures of children
Yeah,
here?
so listen, this is a thing called the fallacy from relative privation. It's
I
when
don't
somebody, that's a fallacy that happens a lot of the times when somebody puts you in a awkward corner and you have to realize that what you're doing is wrong, you end up kind of lashing out and saying stuff like, well, what about this other thing? Why aren't you doing
Yeah,
that?
same like you did.
Well, the thing about it is, I've been speaking about animals from the beginning, and I'm interested in speaking about
No,
for the
listen,
animals.
listen,
So
not
if you want
just
me to
us,
tell you
listen,
about children,
listen,
it's fairly simple.
listen.
If you're telling me that
You're
something
not
I'm
ready to listen.
doing
Bye,
is
chat.
exploiting
See you.
children, I will stop as long as you provide me with the options.
No, I'm going. Yeah?
Please stop being an animal abuser, okay? Please stop being an animal abuser.
Please stop being human and abuser as well.
Yeah, I'm. The fuck?
Wow, that was the most disappointing
Sohan
meeting with another Sohan.
And it's the only other person you named Sohan. That's it. The name Sohan is forever tainted.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm bummed now. Maybe we'll meet another one and he'll be cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll need. Come on, he is a plant.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I feel like
All these
With-
it's
with-
panpsychism, right? Where we're all
I mean, a lot of people have different, like, subtly different views that all have these kinds of ideas at the core. So, like, I've heard people refer to panpsychism, but I don't know if that's a general term like that.
Okay.
Refers to one specific thing. But yeah, I feel like with people like this, I don't even, especially when we have them on camera, I feel like it's not even worth it to try to dismantle the claim, but rather just start getting them to bite bullets.
That's what I wanted to do.
Right?
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
I did the
that-
9/11 thing, and then he was like, "Yeah, like all the people
Oh,
dying
yeah.
is just as bad as
He
all
said
the, all,
that.
the all the plants in the building dying."
He said the fact that
That's
all
a-
the plants.
That's
in the
a fucking
buil-
short.
That's a
right there.
good one. That's a good one. The hell! I want to put that sound. The hell!
Yeah. So, it's like if they can't be reasoned out of a position, it's just like, all right, well, I hope you like the taste of crunchy bullets.
Coconut water.
Yeah. It's the only thing I drink every day. One of them every day. And for months now, maybe in a half year, I only drink that. Almost no water, maybe one glass in the evening, or when I'm going to bed, I drink a little bit of water. And that is what I'm drinking for a half year.
How many
now.
of these do you drink?
Huh?
How many of these do you drink? One per
Every
day?
day, one. Every day, one.
That's like 30 grams of sugar. It's not that much, but I hope you drink also. You eat other things beside it or stuff.
I eat a lot of other things, all kinds of nuts, the nine different nuts. I don't have to explain it
Yeah,
to you,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
know already know.
Yeah.
9 different kinds of nuts. No,
Like a fistful,
like
yeah,
this,
yeah.
and then all kinds of vegetables, all kinds of seeds and
Tofu,
peulvrucht, dates,
legumes.
En sushi leaves, the leaves for sushi, every day one because of a thyroid. Years ago, my thyroid was too fast. I had pills from it, T-Rex and Streamazole, and later on I can quit with the pills, and then I don't have it anymore. And I googled it. What must I have for the thyroid? Is something in some food you need, and then that was in
iodine, yeah, that's a good.
seaweed and other kinds of things. So I eat every day. I eat one sea leaf.
Why don't you just take a multi?
I want to have not the pills, but the food with something else. No pills, only B12. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
It's the only thing.
And then more kinds of things. I don't know all the names for all the things. I do in the blender in the morning. All kinds of vegetables, seeds and nuts and powders with all kinds of benefits in the blender with some lemon and the yellow one and the green one, citrus.
Lime, yeah.
Lime and then aloe vera juice, and then I mix it, and then that's my breakfast with all kinds of extra things. So that's my breakfast and nuts, and then this, and that is what I'm eating every day. For years, I do that now. Much years. I know what I'm getting in my body. Hey, hello.
Do you want to try our social experiment?
You're the funny guy in your home. You're the funniest one in your home.
Let's see what the chat is saying. Eat okra, not orca. Hell yeah. Hey, remember to hit that like, everyone. Dairy is acceptable to vegans? No, of course not. For dairy, cows are forcefully inseminated and have their babies taken away from them, killed if they're male, and if they're female, they get repeatedly impregnated like their mothers, and then they get killed when they can no longer produce enough milk. So no, fuck dairy. Fuck dairy, okay? Let's just, be nice to all
Plant-based.
animals. Plant-based, yeah, just
Plant-based,
eat plant-based, or
eat grass.
or if you live in the U.S., just have the precision fermentation milk. That's literally exactly like dairy milk. No need to exploit innocent animals. No one cares. Go meet a woman and have kids, Chip. If I go meet a woman and I have kids, I'll just bring them on the street with me to have more outreach. So I don't know why you want that. It seems like you don't really want me to do that. No, yeah. You wanna have a conversation?
Oh nee.
I made 2 boys and I feed them steak. Oh, the poor children. You see, I think like it's so cruel to bring into existence children and force them into this position where they have to, like, you see every single, like, I think most of the people who are coming to my streams, vegans, non-vegans, most of the people who are coming on my stream, they realize that the biggest thing that people make, the biggest thing that people say is that they've always done it, they grew up doing it. That's what most people say. So for you to choose to put your child in this position where they can no longer choose, where they would have difficulty choosing as an adult, it means that you're essentially stripping away all the choices of your children, which is fucking insane. I would assume you want the best for your child. Even if I weren't vegan, I would still raise my child vegan because that would be the best for the child. But you know, if you want to be like, you know, I don't care, I would rather impose my values on an innocent child simply because, you know, they're half the sperm, half the ovules from my couple. Yeah, I can't force you, but I'm just saying the right choice would be to set them up for a bright future, and the bright future would be one where they're vegan and they get to choose later in life what to do. Oh, somebody said they're 6'3". Well, that's okay, because Sky Jack Morgan, who's also vegan, who I will be on later today, he's 6'5", and he's built like a tank also, as you say, and he easily eats a lot. I think a lot of the Dutch vegans that I know are definitely 6'2"
like Tim.
or 6'3". Yeah, I'm not tall because I was born consuming animal products, you know. So if I were vegan, I would have been taller.
Yeah, I mean, I was still eating animal products by the time I stopped growing. So.
Same. So that's the reason
Clearly.
why I'm not tall. Yeah, and it's not the genetics. It's not. It's the yeah. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Bystanders.
You guys want to have a conversation with us?
People,
No?
only his wives.
We're telling we can do whatever we want to animals. Do you agree? Yeah, we should be able to do whatever we want to animals. No? But how else would we get milk out of them? We have to forcefully inseminate them. Yeah, but you consume dairy products, right? Yeah, come have a conversation. Come talk to us. It's 5 minutes. It'll take 5 minutes. We won't keep you for long. I'm live on YouTube, by the way. Are you guys being okay live on YouTube? Yeah, come here and so that you can be with us. Yeah. So why are you guys vegetarians? Yeah.
For the animals.
Yes.
But you consume dairy products, right?
For the life before the death of animals.
Yeah.
We consume them, but we know that we kill them this way too.
Yeah. Kill them,
So-
impregnate them. Like I think it's way more cruel what happens to them for milk.
Do you
than
also
for
know what
eggs.
happens to dairy cows, for example, for milk?
Yes, we are very aware of,
Yeah,
of
and
that.
also for eggs, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we try to have our own chicken for the eggs, and for the milk we don't have a solution yet.
Yes.
Try to,
What do you mean by you don't have a solution?
like we don't have our own cows.
But you can drink plant-based milk, or you
Yeah,
can just
you
not
don't
drink
need
it.
to consume
Well, yes, we
Dairy
try to.
products, right?
Dit un peu, la société va droit dans le mur pour ne pas manger de viande. Elle s'habitue trop à manger de viande et il faudrait se déshabituer de ça.
He thinks the society goes will crash out if we eat too much meat because it's bad for our health and the planet, and we should adapt ourselves to a vegan solution. So
Yeah.
we agree with you. And
Yeah, so we're not here to talk about. So we also know that eating a lot of meat is not good for your health and it's also worse for the planet. But we're here just to talk about the animals, right? And so that's why, like, you know, you don't. I think because you're vegetarian, I assume that you wouldn't say, oh well, you know, maybe like once a week I'll eat a steak or something, right? You would say, well, no, this animal deserves to live. Even that one animal who gets killed for that one piece of meat has a right to live, right? And so we say the same thing for animals that are used for anything else, right? For leather, for testing, you know,
we
cosmetics,
have a
all
lot
these
of
things.
leather, but it's second hand every time. So
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that we
Yeah, but you understand, right? Like when you buy dairy products, because I'm assuming you still buy dairy products now.
Yeah.
You demand that a cow gets impregnated, babies taken away from them, killed, babies killed, all this kind of stuff. So you demand this to happen to a cow, even though you say you're against it, and you don't need to do this. So why not just stop paying for that?
I will when I will have my own house, but my parents don't really.
Are your parents vegetarian?
No. It's
So
all choice.
you're already like, even if your parents, like, you're already going against what your parents are doing, right? So by being vegetarian, so you can just be vegan then and be the same, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no logical reason to say that my parents forbid me, because your parents are also not vegetarian.
Yeah, I think we will improve
Il
our...
dit qu'ils sont pas végétariens et pourquoi ils le sont pas, c'est ça qu'il dit.
Ah non, il dit on peut devenir végétarien.
Tout le monde.
Bon, but we will try to be vegan.
Let me give you a card, okay? There's a documentary here called The Minion. Do you think I could give that a watch?
Are you just visiting here or do you live here?
Juste ici, we're from Belgium.
Okay, let me give you something real quick.
I changed the music more suitable for the window. And it goes like this. I hope you guys like it.
It's on here, but the main thing is this is a fully vegan map of Amsterdam.
Are you the family?
So, you're here? Yeah.
Oh, you should watch the documentary. It's called The Minion. It's, you should watch. I'm just saying, like, the reason why I keep giving this card to people to watch it is because I think the first and foremost thing is for us to be responsible to know what it is that we're paying for, right? It's as simple as that. If we first know what we're paying for, and then we decide whether we're okay with it or
also
not.
give you
Right?
access to dietitians if you have any questions about it. Is that something maybe you
I'll give you
would be
another
willing to
card
try?
because I see it, that one went
It's one
away.
thing to just say like,
Thank
oh,
you.
I want to be vegan one day, but like you really have to actually change in order for the animals to benefit, right?
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one. No such thing as racism. Fuck.
What?
Some people think there's no such thing as racism.
On tape.
Okay.
The whole interaction.
Yeah. All right. Then it got filmed 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times, twice, and once.
Or you should film some of the others if they're okay with it too.
Everything, everywhere I see something.
Because it would be really nice to get some. Because a lot of the other people aren't ever on camera.
Only on the wrong hand.
I do everything, photos and movies, but
Yeah.
you already know that.
Of course.
Okay. Hold the sign. There's no such thing as racism.
Are you guys ready for the big move?
Have you ever experienced that? Like somebody judging you based on the color of your skin? Because I haven't. I'm white. I don't care, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it definitely have.
More in US than here, or?
No, I think. I mean, I don't know. They're just like very different in character. Like I think what I find is a lot of times here, for example, because relative to the U.S., I think people.
You guys want to have a conversation?
What about
Animals.
animals?
Yeah.
What about?
That-
I love animals.
Come have a conversation with us.
Have a
Then.
conversation.
Are you keeping live on YouTube?
How many people?
I don't know, like 80 people, not a lot.
Sorry, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you're allowed to swear. You can say fuck. We can say fuck all day long.
Brilliant.
Fucking fuck all day long. That's brilliant. What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Chip. Sohan, nice meeting
Where are you from, Charlie?
England.
England.
Yeah.
So, Charlie, we want to speak about animals because we are animal rights activists. We believe animals should have rights. How do you feel about that?
I'll be honest, I don't really mind.
You don't really mind, yeah.
Yeah.
But just imagine, hypothetically speaking, there's a person kicking a dog right here on the street.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's
That's
disgusting.
fucked. Would you?
I've got 2 dogs at home.
Assuming that there would be no danger with you, would you try to stop them? Would you try to go
What,
and
the
join
person?
them? Yeah. Or would
I'm
you?
not going to
do
join them,
nothing?
am I? I'm never going to join someone.
Would you pay them to
To what?
You know,
What, to beat a dog up?
Yeah.
Are you stupid? No, of course I
No,
wouldn't.
but they could afterwards, like,
No, of course
they
not.
could kill the dog, and then you could use their body as a punching bag together. Like you could exercise together.
Oh, I don't know. Definitely not.
No, but what would you say
This is
if
just-
somebody chooses to do so? Chooses to pay a person to kill a dog and then use their body as a
They should
punching
go to
bag.
prison.
That's wrong in your book.
But,
For somebody to pay for a dog to be killed so that they can use their body as a punching bag.
mate, dogs should not get killed either way from humans. That is it.
But we need to exercise.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I get you, but dogs should not be killed by. a
So how
human.
else would we get our exercise if not by killing a dog and punching them?
I'm so confused, boys. fuck me, it's so confusing. Right, I'm going.
No, I'll explain what the parallel is, and I'll let you
Go
go.
on.
So what we're trying to draw is the parallel of what we do to animals in animal agriculture, right? Because
Like, would your answers to those questions have changed if it were a different animal in place of the dog?
No, as much as I eat meat, I love meat.
Yeah.
I always will do.
Yeah.
But it's the same, isn't it? We don't need to eat animal products.
Oh,
and when we
I
do it,
love
we pay
meat.
somebody to kill them so that we can use their body.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say. Like, I get where you're coming from. Obviously, I do understand it. However, I like meat, so I'm going to eat meat.
But do you think that's a justification is the question? Right?
Yeah.
Like, if that guy said, well, I just love beating dogs, would you be like, oh, all right, fair enough, like,
Well,
do
who
your
knows?
thing?
If you're in a culture, then fucking, I have no idea. But me personally,
Yeah.
I'm going to eat meat.
Yeah, I'm asking
gonna eat
you about
chicken.
your values.
Yeah.
So my values, I like meat, I like chicken. That's me being
Okay,
honest.
so, but I understand that you like meat. We're asking if you think that liking meat is a justification
For killing them.
for violence against animals.
Yeah.
Damn right. I think it's been throughout the whole of our.
So is it a justification also for dogs? If you like the taste of flesh of a dog, is it a justification to kill them and eat them?
Not in my culture, but maybe in someone
No,
else's.
in your
We're
according to
asking
your
about your
values.
No, not in my personal, but
Yeah.
again, I know like there might be different countries where they might do.
So
Yeah.
why not? What's the difference between a dog and a cow that justifies the difference in treatment?
No, I get where you're coming from. I understand where you guys are coming from. Now, join the conversation. Come here, Nick. Nick, come here. Come here. Or Nick, come here. Nah, I like chicken and meat. Being honest, and lamb and
But
pork.
even when you say I like chicken, meat, lamb, and pork, you're so completely disregarding the individuals that were that, right? It's like me saying I like human and then I just cut off with people and eat them. Imagine me saying that, how ridiculous
that's
it is.
crazy.
I like
Yeah.
dogs. I like dog. I'll just cut off dogs every single day and eat them. Like you don't like them. You like the body. You like their body. You literally use
like
them
meat.
for their body.
I like meat. And that's
Yeah, but you can eat plant-based meat if you really like it, right?
No,
you can
thanks.
choose to no longer be violent
No,
towards
I've
animals.
tried it. I've tried it before, and it's fucking horrible. I'll be honest. I
You
don't
tried
like
once,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Well,
I don't
I've
think
tried
it.
once, which I didn't like. There's like hundreds of them. These other ones. There's some that you may not even taste the difference.
No, I
So-
get you. Like, obviously, I respect what you guys do. However,
Well, we're not here to get you to respect us. We're here to
No,
ask you
I
about whether you
respect-
respect animals.
of
Yeah.
course I do. But,
Do you think the chickens and cows and pigs feel that you respect them when you pay for their throats to be slit?
But honestly,
Yeah.
do I really care about that? Not really. Being honest.
Okay, so you don't respect animals.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
That's absolutely fine. But me myself, I like chicken, beef, meat, and so do they. Up the boys.
I mean, the microphone is here. Well, we're having a bunch of conversations today, everyone. We're having a bunch of conversations. Bro, it was 2v1.
I can't even get
Fuck this,
mad
damn it.
today because these are all just like. I feel like I get the most.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I
Did you
had to
go offline?
I had to restart the stream for a second. Yeah. No, we're back. We're back, Linda. We're back. We're back. Yeah. Back, exactly. We are back. Go, guys. Yeah, go, people, do this thing. Good job. I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird day. I don't know what to say. Like, have we had one good conversation today?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. The people are crazed.
Like, it's
People are
insane, huh?
crazy today.
We got a bit more crazy people today than usual. The Sohan. Oh, Sohan. That's a pity, man. It's a pity. Really.
Very
Yeah.
disappointing.
And really, is he the only other Sohan you ever met?
And yeah, I mean, like I have heard of other Sohans. Like I know they exist out there. Like I remember at some point, my parents I think had a friend who, or they met someone who they were like, oh yeah, our son's also named Sohan. So like they exist, but I never met this guy. Never been face to face.
Come have a conversation with us. Come have a conversation with us. Do you think we should be raping animals? I try to trigger people, but I like milk, therefore it's okay to rape cows and take away their babies. Let's rape more cows. Yeah, let's take their babies away, steal their milk. Eh, sometimes it yields results.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, then I should turn the sign around.
Yeah, let's do this. That says animal abuse should be legal. Animal abuse should be legal. Do you agree? Should we legalize animal abuse? I want to eat flesh, therefore it's justified to abuse animals. Are you guys against animal abuse or for it? Let's abuse animals. Legalize animal abuse. Legalize abusing animals. We need to get milk out of them. Legalize animal abuse. We gotta get milk out of them. Yeah. Okay, turn it around. No, but this isn't gonna work. At this point, I'm actually afraid that some people might go.
Give the game away. Like if you already mention
Yeah.
taking their milk or taking their flesh, then they're gonna know what it's about. But if you
Yeah.
just say legalize animal abuse, that's vague enough that I think people will start with, "Oh, how dare you?" And then
I guess for the reason why I say that when they're walking away is so that, you know, that's just at least points in their brain. Maybe their brain makes a small connection between abuse and milk or something. But let's just hope that they come. I guess it's better.
yeah, I feel like I just always think of like all the brain dead people who, whenever they see something like a milk is murder slogan, they think, "Do vegans even know that you don't have to kill a cow to take her milk?"
Yeah. You vegans don't know anything about agriculture. Regenerative agriculture is actually better for everyone. Such stupid arguments.
Yeah, my favorite thing was when a story that Lobo told me when we did that protest against the art installation with the two dairy cows there, and we were giving out flyers. He had an interaction with a farmer who was there, and the farmer was trying to, like, he had just given a flyer to someone, and the farmer was trying to tell them that, like, oh, don't believe what you see on there. It's all just a bunch of lies. And so then Lobo handed him a flyer and was like, "Oh, I wrote this myself, actually. So can you please tell me which part is a lie?" And he just kind of looked at it and was like, "Yeah, no, that's all true."
Yeah, it's funny when
like
you
the
get
reality is so fucked up that we don't need to make up lies.
with the farmers, it's a hit and a miss. Some farmers admit it, some farmers don't, right?
Yeah.
It's always.
Yeah.
You guys want to have a conversation with us?
Oh, thank you guys.
It's about animals.
I love animals.
You guys want to have a conversation with us about animals? Let's check something in the chat then. Go do something valuable with your time. Oh, thank you for being so concerned about my time. I personally think that this is pretty valuable. You see, Sohan over there is holding a sign. I'm over here holding a microphone. And we're speaking up for defenseless creatures. You see, it's pretty simple. It's not that difficult. This is a grown man, by the way. Yeah, I'm pretty grown up. Yeah, thank you. Chip preaches to the people. Yeah, your facial bone structure is collapsing. How? This is the first time I hear that my facial bone structure is collapsing. That's not very nice, is it? Even if that were the case, why would you? Why is that nice to say? Huh? I love meat. Then, you know, cut your own leg and eat it. It's made of meat. Cut your own arm. I know your arm isn't as big as mine, so you wouldn't get that much food out of it. But, you know, just cut your own. Where are you at? We're in front of Rijksmuseum over here, right here. This is Rijksmuseum. We're doing a social experiment. We're trying to have conversations with people on the street. But, you know, there's a lot of activists here, so people get to choose who they want to speak to. And obviously, because we're with a camera and stuff, it's not always that people want to choose us. What can I say? Bro thinks he's big. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty big. Yeah. Bro thinks he's big. I'm pretty big, yeah. You know, natural, as far as natural... natural development bodybuilding goes, I'm pretty big. Yeah. I mean, you know, there's people in the gym and I'm comparable to them. There's some guys who are stronger, I won't say no, a couple. But I'm in the top 10 for sure. Hey, you want to have a conversation with us? Or, you know, completely ignore us? You guys want to have a conversation? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, love it. Okay, let me just. Okay, you wanna come here, so that you're in booth? What's your name?
My name's Ben.
Ben, I'm Chip. Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
lovely to meet you.
I'm
man.
Sohan.
Hi, Sohan.
Where are you from, Ben?
From Brighton in the UK.
Brighton.
Yeah.
Do you live here? What brings you down?
So my brother's doing a fashion designing. What's the word? Internship.
Internship
here in Amsterdam.
And you're visiting him.
Yeah, just for
Nice.
a couple of days. Yeah.
Nice. So we're animal rights activists. We want to speak up for animals. What's
Yeah.
your take on animals in general? Like, do you like them? Do you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I admittedly I eat meat and dairy, but yeah, I believe in. Well, you'll probably counteract what I say, but I do believe in the rights of treating animals with dignity and respect. Yeah.
Do you have any animals in
Yeah, I
your
have
life?
2 chihuahuas and 2
Okay.
cats.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's imagine that somebody was to be kicking a dog on the street. Would you just like pay them to continue doing it, or would you just walk on by, do nothing, or?
No, I would confront.
Or say,
them.
try to
Confront
say
them,
something,
Yeah.
But what if when you're confronting them, they're like, well, wait, I'm doing it for exercise. I need to exercise, so it's
Yeah, it's like a great workout.
yeah.
Well, obviously.
And they don't
yeah, I
feel
would
pain.
Still,
I give them an injection so they don't feel pain.
Yeah, I would still confront them.
You still tell them to stop.
Yeah.
But why? Because we need to exercise, right? So
Yeah.
why would you try to stop them from doing something that's healthy to them?
Because it's in the moment hurting the animal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What if afterwards he said, "I'm going to kill the animal. It's fine." Doesn't matter.
Well, I would.
So he
personally
doesn't
see
feel
that
pain,
as
it's kill-
inhumane. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way: would you pay somebody to kill a dog so that you can use their body as a punching bag?
No.
No. But if somebody were to be doing that, would you have a problem with it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd
okay.
like to think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it?
Does
Why
your-
is? Yeah. Go
So
on.
I was just gonna ask, like, does your answer change depending on what animal is involved?
No, I guess not. No.
Yeah. So then, would it change if we chopped the dog into pieces and then ate them?
No. What are you trying to get at? Are you talking about consuming animals as food?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is draw a
'Cause-
little
'cause-
parallel
So the
because
first thing we wanted to talk about is first just to establish that we have the same values.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes if someone like there are genuine people out there who would say like
We
I'm
had
totally
some-
fine with that, I don't really care.
we had some people
in
today,
which
yeah.
case like we don't have the same values at all.
Surely anyone
Um,
just saying that is preempting that you're going to say something about eating and
There are a
consuming
decent
food.
number of there are some
'Cause-
people who do that, but there are
'cause
also some people who would
would-
genuinely not care.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not very many.
Wow, yeah.
A tiny minority of people, but those people do exist, right? The same
Yeah.
way that like
10% of people.
people
So-
who are okay with violence against other racial groups exist, right?
Sure.
Like this is
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
people are part of our society.
It's a
so that's
pretty messed up
That's why we
world,
want to just
yeah.
filter out those people and establish that we have shared values
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah,
just going back to the questions you were posing.
Yeah.
Like, whether I have, so I don't agree with fox hunting. Right, in the UK we have a sport,
Yeah.
if you can even call
I
it
know
that,
it, yeah.
which is basically torturing animals for a
It's
game.
killing them,
A
yeah.
game, yeah, torturing, killing them for a game. I don't appreciate that. But I was just so my sister and my mum are both vegans, and also
You're vegan?
we were we were discussing that say probably one of the most humane, if you can even call it that, ways to eat an animal would be like a game bird where they're free and their life ends and then you consume it as food.
But we can go down this rabbit hole, and I don't want to go necessarily there because I want to make it simple. So the reason why I draw this exercise because you said you would have a problem with paying somebody paying to kill a dog and use their body as a punching bag. But what's the difference between paying somebody to use the body of a dog, cutting them into pieces, and using them as food? Because you're still using their body, right? And it's still for something you don't need.
So I do agree, and I guess admittedly there's an ignorance to my attitude.
Yeah.
But also, you have to realise that in life, there are anything that is done on a global scale. There's 8-9 billion of us, right? There's always going to be some sort of counteractive, suffering. I'm not saying that.
I agree with you.
But so say everyone was just to go vegan, right? I personally believe, and maybe I'm being naive. Maybe there is a better way. Maybe there's other solutions, and I'm eager to hear. However, if everyone suddenly went vegan and we were just eating plants and we were just eating things that were naturally, I feel like there would be a level of suffering. People in maybe like Middle Eastern countries and
what kind of suffering? What do you mean?
Well, so there would be an increased demand to eat vegetables around the world. Now, to generate that mass level of vegetables,
It would be less. We would have to do less plant agriculture because right now we have to farm plants to feed the animals. So in fact, right now, it takes between 3 to 8 times more land to produce 1 gram of animal protein versus 1 gram of plant protein. So if we have to, if a person like you has to eat 100 grams of protein, for you, the land usage is between 3 to 8 times more because of the sheer amount of numbers we have to farm to feed those animals. Whereas if you eat plant protein, it gets considerably smaller. So any form of suffering that happens during plant agriculture, which we don't deny that there is, which is fucked up, and we should definitely improve that. But
do you not agree that anything that is mass produced and for everyone to change their ways at exactly the same time, I think it's undeniable that there would be a level of suffering to get to the sort of absolute perfection world that you kind of envision, which we're
not asking you to make the perfect world, right? Like, let's be clear.
No,
we're asking you to be responsible for your choices, because the more people are responsible for their choices and the more people start being vegan, the society slowly changes. It's not like society changes overnight.
I want to ask you something, because you said, like, we started this conversation talking about like our values and talking about sort of our actions and their connection to those values, and you even said, even when you were talking about like eating wild game birds, you said like, even that morally is not great, because you're still killing this animal when you don't need to, right? I want to ask, like, is this consideration, like, of course this is like an interesting conversation, but is this really the thing that's holding you back from being vegan? Like, is it like, do you consider buying the soy milk and then think, well, I don't know if the whole world would be able to go vegan overnight?
I guess just, it sounds incredibly sort of naive, but it's like convenience, flavor. We're kind of indoctrinated from a very early age to believe that you grow up eating meat, burgers, or whatever, and you're kind of ignorant to the suffering surrounding it, and then you. Before you know it, you're kind of so used to it and unaware of the suffering involved in consuming meat.
But is that the case today for you, though? Because like, you do have a vegan sister, you do have a vegan mother, so you kind of know what it is that the problem there. You did say that you have conversations, and
do you know, for example, why we advocate for veganism rather than like for vegetarian? Because a lot of times people start this conversation, they think that we're advocating for them to go vegetarian.
Well, I imagine because say vegetarian, you can eat cheese, and cows are kind of like artificially inseminated and things like that, and there's still a massive, the dairy industry is awful.
And they still get killed when they no longer produce,
I think,
right? Like, so
for me personally, Rob, like, admittedly I could do more to be more humane and moral, and I think rather than going completely vegan, what I would like to do is like try to make better choices, which that might not be the answer that you guys are looking for, but however, if a lot of people start making more humane choices and have more awareness of the moral side of things, then maybe that can change.
That's obviously go on.
No, I just want to point out that like I agree with you that like consuming less animal products is better than consuming more animal products. But the thing that we're here for is, you mentioned like, oh, this might not be good enough for us. We're not here advocating for ourselves, right? We're here advocating for the animals. And from the perspective of the victim, no amount of this is acceptable, right? Like if you were the one that was about to be killed and someone said, well, the other 6 days of the week I don't do this, so you can rest assured that some of your friends will be spared or something. I don't think that would make you feel very much better.
Or you're the last person I'll kill. I'll just kill a couple more, and then you're the last one I'll kill.
So like, I think that's sort of what we're trying to get people to think more about is just the way that we actually see animals, because it's clear that you have a lot of empathy, for example, for dogs and like cats, these animals that you have this kind of bond with. And I think you recognize logically that there's not really a difference between these animals and the animals that you pay to be, artificially inseminated and eventually killed when they're no longer profitable.
Can I ask you? Sorry to interrupt you. Do you see those dogs and cats as individuals?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see them like you said, 2 dogs, 2 cats.
Can
right?
I ask you something?
Yeah, just
So-
one second. I
yeah.
want to go down this train of thought, and then you can ask me. So the reason why I ask you this is because you wouldn't say like, if one of them dies, you just replace them with another, and it's the same, right? It's not the same to you. An individual died, somebody who you were attached to, right? And that individual had an experience of life, and you had some memories with them, and that's the full thing we're trying to say. Like, we can think of numbers of animals and say, well, the numbers are better now, and they might be, but if you're still forcing individuals, those individuals still suffer. They're just like one dog, and even if the number is smaller, they're not numbers, they're individuals. Each of them have an experience of life.
Yeah, no, I do fully respect that.
Yeah.
The question I was going to pose to you is, do you know where your T-shirt is made? Do you know whether this
Yeah, this one I
microphone
happen
is
to know, yeah.
made in China?
Yeah.
Do you know the conditions of the workshops? Do you know the pay, the salary of the people that?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know a lot of
exactly.
that,
So
yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that your fight, which I totally respect, is for animals and the welfare of animals, but
Not welfare,
you've
rights.
got to pick your own battles, and like.
Can you provide me a solution that does, like, so let's put it this way. I paid for this already, okay?
Yeah.
You paid for some animal products. I'm not
Yeah.
judging what happens in
Yeah.
the past. Going in the future, let's say I want to buy another microphone. Can you please provide me with a solution that does not do this to that
I'm
does
sure
not...
you can find.
Yeah,
You can
so if I do
yeah.
my research and
But
I
are
choose
you
the
gonna-
best
no,
option...
But you couldn't live
But in this
your
case,
life.
you don't even have to do
But
your research,
can I-
right?
That's-
Like,
that's
you just
the whole
know,
thing
like,
about
okay,
it.
this is a dead
Yeah, but
animal
can
and
I-
this isn't.
Yeah, but can I
right?
just say that it's impossible to live your life without any form of suffering.
Yeah, but
right?
some solutions are arguably better. Like, as I said,
Yeah,
do you
but
think...
you're
do you think
not doing those
do you think-
solutions.
I am,
No,
I am.
hang on, wait.
I am.
You're not doing those
Yeah,
solutions.
I actually
in
did my research, and that's why my
regard-
camera is secondhand. That's why my phone is
No, but
secondhand,
sir, what I'm
and that's
saying
why
is
a lot
in
of the stuff I
regards
buy is
to
secondhand.
Say this is just one specific topic.
Yeah.
Your clothing.
Everything I
choice,
buy, yeah.
right?
Everything
Yeah.
I buy is either secondhand or I look into where it's made, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I buy very rarely. Dude, this is a T-shirt I bought 8 years ago.
But do you see my point? I'm saying, and don't get me wrong, we could be better, and I do admit that. I could
But this
make
is an
better
appeal to
choices.
I'm asking
Futility.
you if all of those things are equally bad, right? Like
What's children working in sweatshops for?
Yeah, like, okay,
less
so
than
there
£1
are a
day,
few
and you
different.
buying consuming clothes
Yeah.
that you don't
If
know.
I don't buy that, does that improve the children's lives?
Yeah.
Well, I think it.
If
yeah,
that sweatshop closes, like they're dependent on that income. So I don't have
Yeah, but-
I don't have the same kind of direct
yeah, but
influence
okay,
over
so
it
if
the same
you
way that I
close
do.
down the animal farms,
then those animals
like,
wouldn't exist. They
Yeah.
wouldn't have
They
been bred
wouldn't
into
and what
existence.
happens to the farmers?
Well, they can
They
choose
can
something
get
else.
other jobs.
They can make money
They can
in different
choose their-
ways. Yeah.
We
They
also
can
we also don't.
In fact,
Can
actually,
the
most
sweatshop workers not choose something else?
they can. But the thing,
They often gravitate
What
towards-
Sohan is trying to explain to you is this: let's imagine 2 situations. One, we all stop buying electronics because of the way they treat the workers. What will happen is those workers will not like those workers. That factory will probably stop producing those electronics, and maybe they'll switch on to producing something else, or maybe those workers will move on to some in a different place. That's a systemic issue. That's something that needs to be addressed.
Because
and I agree
the
with you that
product
is a
is not
problem.
the evil, right? Like the evil is wrapped up in the production, and the consumer has way less direct impact on that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for example, you know, I could ask you the same question about, like, for example, if you knew someone who was like paying for dog fights, like going to dog fights all the time, and you tried to call them out on it, and they said, "Well, whoa, bro, where'd you get that T-shirt from?" Like, would you accept that as a legitimate response?
But dog fights are different to consuming.
They're exactly the same
foods.
thing.
Why?
You do it because you're paying to get entertainment from an animal that suffers, and you're paying now
No,
to get
because
taste
the animal is the
pleasure.
commodity in
Yeah,
both
the
cases.
animal
Yeah,
is the
but you
commodity. You're
survive
commodifying
by
an animal.
eating
You don't do
foods.
it for survival. We already know you can survive and be healthy
you
without
can,
it.
yeah, you can, but
Yeah,
like,
but you
it's-
already acknowledged earlier, right? Like when I asked you what's holding you back, you didn't say like survival. You said
No.
like taste, convenience, all this
Yeah.
other stuff.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Anyway,
Yes.
it's nice to chat with you guys. I've got to go. My
look, let me
family's waiting.
give you something before you go.
Yeah. So there's a documentary here called The Minion. Do you think I can give that a watch?
Okay, thank you. Thanks,
Hey,
for, your
thanks for
time.
having this
Yeah,
conversation,
no
but
worries.
don't let this
Look,
just
while
pass
you're
by.
here,
'cause
you already have 2 vegan family members.
These
This
are all
is a
vegan
map of all
restaurants.
fully vegan restaurants in
Okay.
Amsterdam. Like, check out those places. And I ask you to like try something. There's something here called Challenge 22. It's completely free. It's a 22-day challenge. They send you recipes every day, and they give you a dietitian. So if you have any questions about nutrition, they can help you out with that.
Great,
Is that something
cheers.
you'd be willing to try out?
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Yeah. Is that something you're willing to try out? Thanks, guys. Bye. Yeah, I still have points obsessed. I still have people obsessed in the chat about whose hand I touch and whose hand I don't touch. Get over it, bro. Biska, get over it. I touch the hands of people who I want to touch. I don't have to form a justification to explain to you whose hands I want to touch and whose hands I don't want to touch. What the fuck is this? He was at least open-minded to something, you know? Like, he wasn't just like...
I mean, I don't think he was open-minded, really, though.
Yeah.
Like, when it came down to it, I don't think he was willing to actually change. But yeah, that was the best conversation so far today. Jesus.
That was the best conversation so far. Wait, we got a donation. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Rene. This is not about conditions, though. This is about abusing animals, violating their interests without consent or not. This is about basic rights, not reducing harm or unfair conditions. Yeah, Rene, that's very fair put. If you don't want me to abuse my wife, think about your t-shirt and the abuse that happens for it. Pick your battles. Yeah. Imagine the ridiculous. I wasn't, honestly, like, the conversation felt like okay, and then when he said about the t-shirt, I felt like, what the fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point he was just starting to get into defense mode. Because, like, before, because he had these moments of sort of
clarity
and acknowledging certain things, and, you know, like we didn't have to like debate him to get him to acknowledge the real reasons that he's not vegan. We didn't have to debate him about whether it's ethical to kill animals without any sort of justification. And with some of the other people today, like, they wouldn't even concede on those points. Like, with him, it was like there was this weird coexistence of you could really see the battle in him a little bit, where it was just like he wanted to. I think he was hoping that if he just sort of acknowledged that we were right, we would let him off the hook. And then when we tried to hold him accountable more, then that brought up the sort of desire to try to latch on to some kind of justification.
I kind of want to try something where I'm like, I want to ask people, like, oh, hey, you're buying this product, and did you know that this company abuses dogs? They kill them, they use them, you know, like they test on them or something, I don't know. And you could always choose to buy another product. I'm curious how people react in that situation and then bring it to the other animals.
I feel like that is really just opening the door for them to start talking more about sweatshops and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fucking people, man.
Yeah.
Fucking brains finding every sort of excuse to not be responsible. You guys want to have a conversation with us? The wind is a dick, huh? I feel like warm, but then the wind is kind of like being a dick.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird temperature right now.
It's a weird
I can't
temperature.
decide if I want to put on another layer or not.
Same, exactly.
I'm okay.
I'm like, should I put something on? Should I not? Where's this?
How was the conversation before I joined you? I think you only had one, right?
Oh, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Only bad conversations.
Yeah.
Hopefully that means the other activists are having better ones then.
Yeah, there's always that, huh? There's
It's usually like if a couple people are just having all the shitty conversations, then other people will be getting the good people.
That's a cool camera. You want to have a conversation with us?
I'm shooting a video for this restaurant.
Ah, okay. It's okay.
Hello.
Hey, you want to have a
a social experience?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you okay being?
Of it?
Of course.
Yeah. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. You want to come here to the interview?
Yeah, perfect.
What's your name?
Vincent.
Vincent. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So fun.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Vincent?
I'm from France, Lille.
Do you live here or do you?
No, I'm just on vacation with my girlfriend just over there.
Oh, love it. So, Vincent, we're animal rights activists. We fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I like animals, kind of domestic ones because I'm more used to pet them and be used to their presence. But also animals in general, I'm very concerned by the animal cause and all of the violences that they are under right now.
What do you mean by that?
What kind of
Violences, I mean, in the don't know what's the name in English, but the places where the cows, for instance, are murdered. I found this very rare because I think that. Well, I'm a meat eater. I'm not gonna lie about it, but I want the animals to be killed and not murdered in a better way, like in a more.
Why do you want them to be killed?
Why?
Why do you want them to be killed?
Because, like I said to you, I'm a meat eater. So basically, I
But you don't
try
have to be one, right?
Yes, but I like in the recent year, I try to reduce my meat consumption and also try to buy food where I know how animals are treated. So basically,
Why does that matter? Like, if they're treated nicely, do you think it's okay to kill them?
well, I don't think like it's okay, but I think that it's a better way to do
To do something bad. There's always better ways to do something bad, right?
Yeah.
But why not just not do the bad thing?
Because as I was saying to you, I lived in a family where I was used to eat meat. And
But you don't have to do that anymore, right?
No, I know that I don't have to do that, but that's like kind of the taste. Even when you don't consider all of stuff going on, the taste is something like that I'm used to. And
Could
that
you
I-
change that? Like, was it possible for?
Well,
what
I-
would happen if you had to change?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, if it's a possibility, I could definitely. But I need to discover more other stuff that can replace the taste or the consistency of meat. I know that some vegetables are emerging, like tofu or tofu steaks, something like that.
Yeah.
But
What if there's nothing? What if there's nothing and you have to no longer consume animal products? There's nothing to replace them. What would you do then?
I could, like, if there's a world where we cannot consume it anymore, like, yeah, I could do not eat meat.
So you would find a solution.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be miserable, or do you think you would still enjoy life?
Oh, I will still enjoy life. There's always ways to enjoy life.
Exactly. So
if
then,
it's meat or other thing that I'm prohibited, or if I cannot, I could always find a solution to live better after.
so then, don't you think you should apply this logic right now and say, I know that animals are forced into slaughterhouses for me. I know I can always choose something else and be better, whether that's a meat replacer or not. So why not just choose something else?
Yes,
to
why not
begin
try?
with?
That's the good solution. Yeah, why not try? I would
Yeah.
definitely like to try, and even if I'm going to the restaurant tonight or thing like that, try different alternatives to discover new features that could, like you didn't say, not replace, but be other taste that I'm not used to, and go towards if I like it and if it's more sustainable and good.
Yeah. So we're here not just to talk about like whether it's sustainable and stuff, but we want people to think about the animals on the other side, right? That's why we started by asking
Yeah,
what you
but sustainable,
think about
I don't
animals.
think I use a wise word to say sustainable, but sustainable like to live in a place where people or animals do not suffer about our behaviors.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by saying
Got it.
sustainable,
Yeah.
not
Because-
sustainable energies and
Okay.
Because we were talking earlier, you said you talked about it's obviously worse if the animal suffers a lot before we kill them. But I want to even get you thinking about the situation about killing them at all, right? So imagine, for example, that I adopted a puppy. I bring this puppy home, I give her lots of love, and over the course of a year, she grows up into a big dog. And at some point, I realized I don't really like having a big dog anymore. And so one day, I take her out for a walk in the woods, and I just shoot her in the back of the head. She dies instantly. Would you have an issue with that?
Yeah, I would definitely have an issue with that because
would it change if I ate her afterwards?
No, of course, but also because I think that I'm a person who thinks that not everybody else, but that it's kind of weird saying that also because animals are animals. But in my life and in my youth, my parents and people always told me there are animals that can be eaten and other that can't be eaten. So basically, I've just been educated with that. And if it's true saying that I never questioned this before our interview, and that's like a kind of weird point that I'm just taking consciousness now.
Is there a difference between them?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Like, do you think a
conscious
dog
of.
would feel differently if we forced them into a slaughterhouse than a cow does?
Well, in terms of suffering, I don't think, but I also know that meat tastes differently if it's a cow or sheep.
Yeah, there's a different taste for us, but
like vegetables.
What we're
carrot
trying,
will have a different taste.
but what we're trying to discuss is the perspective of the animals, right? So when it comes to the perspective of the animals, as you just said, like we think some animals are okay to kill for food, some animals are not. But then if we think that what the animals who are okay to be killed for food, like a cow, what they go through, if we did the same thing to a dog, do you think that their experience of life would be that much different than the cow?
No, I don't think so. I think that they will have the same experience of just the the view of dying, like if it's a cow, a sheep, or a bee, or
they
what
wouldn't
kind of
want to
animals.
die. They would
course.
beg for their
And
life.
I had a quick question for you because all of this interview made me ask questions.
Yeah.
What do you think of alternative foods like insects or crickets, worms? What do you think of it?
Yeah, so we don't need to consume any of those things.
Okay.
Right? We can survive without them. What both of us care about is sentience, right? So all of these animals that we talk, the animals that we typically eat, they all can experience the world, and they all can feel pain and suffering, right? And so with insects, depending on the insect, we're not totally sure. But if we're not sure, we should still leave them alone because we don't need to eat them.
Yeah.
So
Crickets are definitely sentient.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it depends a little bit. Like
Yeah.
with worms.
So you don't think it's an alternative form of food for the future to reduce our consumption of meat like we think big animals?
Yeah, because we can do lab-grown meat, we can do plant-based meats.
Okay.
We have all these other alternatives. We have alternatives now, right? You can just eat beans, lentils, all these tofu, tempeh, seitan, all these other things that already exist right now. So what we're here for is, like I said, to talk about animal rights, and food is only one part of that, right? So we talked a little bit about eating their flesh, but in general, anytime we use animals for anything,
Clothing,
for entertainment, for testing on them, we view them as commodities, right? We use them as objects, and then when they're no longer useful to us, we kill them. So same thing happens for milk. Same thing happens for eggs. So in all of these situations, we're against this idea that some of these animals are here for us to use as we please, and then kill when they're no longer useful to us. So that's really what it's about. It's about more than just food.
In our world, we could find. I know that maybe you could not share this opinion with me, but I understand your point of view like clearly. But I think that's in the kind of world we're living, we cannot at a global scale all reduce from day to day our consumption and prioritize the animal rights, because it would be a too large scale change of habits. But I think that to mitigate this effect, we could live and go towards a world where we could like share the space we have, the world, planet Earth we have with animals, with a more, as I was saying, sustainable consumption of them. Like if we all try to, I know that you will like to go towards a world where we don't eat animal anymore, but I think that's what will be like clearly realizable, and that governments need to defend, is that we can, at an individual scale, reduce our consumption of meat. I think that's realizable, that's concrete, and that we can do it.
I want to
in
ask
the
you
next
something
years.
though. I'm sorry for interrupting there, but if you eat cake, will everybody in the world eat cake?
No.
No. So your choices are yours alone, and you have an impact on your choices, right? Whatever you choose. So obviously we can discuss about what happens and how to fix the global issue. And it is a global issue. You're right about that, and we can debate on how to fix that, because we all have opinions on that matter. But what we're here to talk is about the responsibilities we have as individuals for this matter, right? For this problem. And do you think you as an individual have a responsibility for the choices that you're making?
Yeah, of course. Like it's for the animals, environment, or other social causes or environmental causes. I think I've got an impact, an individual
but
impact.
let's not clump them together. The reason why I want to be clear on this, because when we think about animals, we think about numbers, we think about them, but we forget that there are individuals behind them, right? Like if I say I have a responsibility towards human victims that are suffering for my choices, I wouldn't just think, well, now there's only one human victim suffering for my choices. Obviously it's better, but if
with animal rights, you said like, I can think about reducing my consumption and all this stuff. The reason that we have such a what feels like maybe to you a strong stance is because, for example, if we were here speaking for any other injustice, if we were talking about women's rights, and you were beating your girlfriend, I wouldn't say, would you consider
never,
beating her a little bit less, maybe? Would you maybe just do it once a week? I would tell you should stop. And then if you walk away from that conversation and you decide, well, I'm not going to stop, but I'll think about doing it less.
I think you've got a point on this, but I also think that we are we are not living in a world where we are enough educated on this basis, because
we can only change that with more people joining us,
of
right?
course.
Which is why we're here today.
But that's why your parallel are interesting, because all of our parents or teachers always educate us to saying like, do not, as you were saying, beat your wife or do this, do that, because in the past people were making that, and that's not bad, and there was a global consciousness around that. But I don't think that now our education is going towards this. I think that could change. We could change that. Integrate more animals in the global.
Yeah, it's starting to happen already.
Yeah.
But it also relies on like more individuals actually changing.
Yeah.
Because the more that people change, you know, like now, when I talk to people already, I hear more and more people say, "Oh yeah, like my sister's vegan, my friend is vegan." Like people know more and more vegans. You know, 10 years ago, almost I didn't know any vegans 10 years ago. So already the movement is starting to grow. But yeah, you also have a responsibility, like you said, right? I know that you need to get going, so I want to ask you one more question.
I just have a visit.
I want to ask you one more question, which is, you know, imagine that you were in the slaughterhouse with one of these animals that's about to be killed with you, say a cow, right? You know, she's like enclosed in this box, the floors are covered in blood, she can smell that she knows something bad is going to happen. Imagine she could talk to you and she asked you, like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
What would you say to her?
Well, of course I wouldn't do that and wouldn't work in this place.
Not but working, but like if she's about to be killed for one of your
and
products.
I'm just seeing the...
Yeah, for one of your products, right? Like something that you buy, like cheese.
What would I say to her?
Yeah.
Actually, well, that's a quick response, but I will say sorry and just don't know what to say to her. Like, will be weird. Like,
would you still make the choice if
I had the choice?
Like, if the victims of your choices could somehow telepathically send you, ask or talk to you every time you make that choice, would you still make the choice to consume
No,
the product?
but I think that's the big difference in it, and you made me realize it. It's because we do not share the same language, so I cannot feel the same way. That's kind of weird of
but
saying
logically,
that.
we do understand that they do feel that way, right?
That's what I
So
find
the next
right
time
in
you
your
have
point.
this choice in front of you, just think about that, right?
Okay.
Like just think about and actually make a different choice, because at the end of the day, a lot of times we get to the end of the conversation and people say, oh, okay, thanks, this really made me think, I'll think about it. Thinking about it doesn't help the victims, right? So at the end of the day, we want you to ask you to actually change. You mentioned that you're just visiting here, and you talked about like going to a restaurant where you'll explore an alternative. Let me give you a flyer, and that has some resources that will help you.
Yes.
And I'll give you a card also. So you have also my YouTube channel if you want to hear the conversation back.
Okay.
But there's a documentary here called Dominion. Maybe with your girlfriend you want to watch it because it just shows what animals
Where?
go through.
Dominion. Okay.
But I think what you'll really like, because Dominion is kind of bloody, you know, you'll see what animals go through. But if not, the most important speech you'll ever hear, I think you'll really like that.
Okay, I really need to go. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is a flyer with all vegan restaurants, fully vegan restaurants in Amsterdam. And then on the other side, I just want to point you to something here called Challenge 22. It's completely free. It's a 22-day challenge. You just sign up online. They send you recipes every day, and they give you access to a dietitian if you have any questions about nutrition.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that something that you'd be willing to try, like just as a
Yeah,
concrete
of course.
change?
That's a challenge. So basically, I could.
Can we get your word then that you'll take on that challenge?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Vincent.
day.
Have a
Bye.
good one. Cheers. Finally, a good conversation, and the camera battery is off.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't stay for another though. I have to go.
You have to go?
Yeah, because
Okay. Well,
last
at
time
least we got to
the
end on a better
stream
note.
the stream ends in an hour. The stream starts in an hour. The next stream, so I'll be live again, everyone, in an hour on Skyjack Morgan's channel, where we will be having some interesting conversations. But I'll take some questions from the chat if you guys have some questions.
I'm glad
for
we had
us.
one decent conversation.
We had one
today.
decent conversation.
That was,
Yeah. Vegans are okay to eat humans. No, we're not. No, we respect all sentient beings. Did they shake left-handed? These people are obsessed with shaking hands. Can we get a word that you won't support child abuse? Yeah, if I have an option to support it or not support it, I will always choose to not
Is this
support
guy
it.
going vegan? I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so
That'd be
too.
really nice.
Is chipsploitation okay? Yes, chipsploitation is okay. Chipsploitation is when I have to show my muscles on camera.
Do you get more donations on days when you do that?
No. No, because when I go on Discord, I show my muscles for people who are
okay.
like, bro, you can't be muscular in plant-based diet. You obviously aren't vegan if you are asking gotcha questions, Kay. Yeah, that's true, Alwali. Gun show Chip? Yeah. I'll never go V-fan. That's okay, V-fan. Don't be a V-fan. Just be a nice person to the animals. Why are you squinting, Chip? Because the sun is in my eyes. With sunglasses on. The sunglasses don't do...
without glasses.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
not... The sunglasses don't do magic, bro. They don't block off all the light. The fuck? It's because I'm vegan. That's why I'm squinting, obviously.
Well, I think this person is confused about why I'm squinting and you're not. I don't really understand. I'm squinting because I don't have sunglasses and a hat.
Steak tonight? Well, maybe you choose a plant-based steak. You know, I'm just saying. Choose something where where there's no innocent animal who was exploited for you. Try it as a challenge. Wait a minute, what's your name? Cafe Mambo 1982. Are you brave enough to try something new, Cafe? Are you a coward? What are you, Cafe Mambo? Are you brave enough to try a plant-based steak, or are you a coward? Are you a coward?
Am I a coward?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither. We're brave enough to try something new, okay? So are you brave enough to try something new? Come on. Try something new. Or maybe you're a coward, I don't know. Miguel says pork ribs. Miguel, you've been on this channel for a while. Are you also brave enough, or are you just like, you know?
So many loyal trolls here.
Yeah. Little Chip said he isn't Dutch. What is he? I am Dutch. I said I'm officially Dutch. I wasn't born here.
Such bravery to eat plants. Yeah, I know. It's such a big change.
Yeah.
So hard to be vegan.
Long hair guy is handsome. Yeah, we all know Sohan is handsome.
Thank
Yeah, he's very handsome. Yeah. The vegan anthem. What the fuck? Speciesism, base discrimination. Like, I don't know. Like, just put a fucking sentence and I'll read it. Not all that stuff.
Vegan ice cream is pretty good. Yeah.
All of it is good. Yeah. Juicy Marbles ribs are delicious. I haven't tried them yet, but I heard good things. What name brand plant-based steak can you buy in Canada? I'm not sure what you can buy in Canada, but I think there's some good ones. I think the ones in US. What can you buy in US?
I'm not sure anymore.
I think just use ChatGPT and ChatGPT will tell you wherever you are what you can find. Treating like interests unalike. Yeah. If you weren't born there, where was you born? I was born in Romania. Favorite documentary? I hate documentaries. Fuck them all. They're all shit.
I call bullshit on other guy being vegan. He looks too healthy.
Who? Wait, you or me?
I'm guessing I'm the other guy.
Oh yeah,
That's
you look
okay. That's a new one. I haven't gotten that accusation before. You must not be vegan because you look healthy.
You're too handsome. He's too handsome for it to be vegan, huh? I'm not a coward because I don't want to be delusional thinking I know what animals feel.
Even if you're agnostic about it, why would you assume that they would prefer to be killed or just like brutalized rather than not?
Documentaries made me be vegan. That's fine. Like, you know, we recommend Dominion to a lot of people because a lot of people, they connect with a lot of things that they see there.
If a group of people cannot grow food, is it all right to eat meat? It depends on if they can obtain plant-based food by other means. I would sort of consider that similar to I don't know, like a group of people who have, like, if people are in a situation where they have to resort to extreme measures just to meet their nutritional needs, like, I would kind of consider that a crisis where we should try to intervene and help them and give them access to plant-based foods.
Yeah, like, and also maybe if you're in that situation, do you have to be in that situation or did you choose to be in that situation? Like, take for instance, if I take Sohan over here on the deserted island and the only thing to survive is if we cannibalize each other, and I also happen to have a gun on me, just FYI, then I'm kind of a dick then if I go directly to that island with Sohan and I kill him there, right? But then I go back and I pick somebody else and I put them on that island and I kill them, right? Like, you have to understand, like, if you have choices, you probably should make the choices that are more ethical.
Someone asked why go to another nation to impose your views on them.
Who asked that?
Imposing our views on
this
them.
guy
We're having
who's
conversations
obsessed.
with people.
Yeah.
Those people are free to leave at any time, and we have zero control over what actions they choose after
Yeah,
that. So
and I'm Dutch, so
people
fuck
always
that.
treat us like we're being so incredibly forceful, but I can't think of a less forceful way to voice this opinion.
Vegan is what's the international. I don't give a shit about borders, to be honest. They're fucking stupid. Stop it with the borders shit. Just, you know, oh, my mother took me out of her vagina on this arbitrary land. Therefore, I'm not allowed to go to this other arbitrary land. Oh no! How dare I move my body in another land and tell people there to not exploit animals?
Hi, Anik. You didn't miss too many good conversations today.
None
we
of
had
them.
a lot of crappy conversations, but we had a decent one at the end, I would say.
What right do you have to go to another people's nation to tell them they are wrong for farming and eating meat? Well, I have the right to go to another nation that if they were to be exploiting and killing humans, I have the right to go there and tell them, stop. And I would do that. I don't give a shit about culture. Fuck your culture. If your culture is detrimental, fuck it. change it.
Do they have a
adapt it.
right to not be told anything by us? Like,
Yeah,
I don't even
exactly.
understand what exactly is the issue.
Yeah, go to Romania and do it. I do it in Romania also. Why do I have to go to Romania? I'm Dutch now, brother. And even if I weren't, who are you to tell me where to go and do what I want to do? We want to speak up for animal rights. Everybody everywhere needs to stop oppressing animals. Do you think a cow cares that they're in the Netherlands? No, they're not. They don't. No, you're not Dutch. You're a rat. This guy is so triggered. Oh, I am so Dutch, bro. I actually voted, and I'm gonna continue voting because I'm Dutch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I see there's no more questions in the chat. I think it's caused by all the people saying don't culturally appropriate. You are not a woman, you cannot speak on this topic. Basically appeal to authority, which has been normalized. You know, I don't really care. I don't really care what I love Greta. Yeah, Greta's cool. I don't really care what, like, you know, I think injustice should transcend fucking culture and borders. Just go around with, you know, fighting against injustice regardless of where it is and regardless whether it's cultural or not. What's 9 plus 12? 21? What the fuck does that mean? Are you doing a homework and you don't know what 9 plus 12 is? And he has Dutch directness down.
This is the kind of spam I want in the chat. It's just like random math problems.
Speak Dutch if you're Dutch. Yeah, ik ben Nederlands. Netherlands? Ik spreek Nederlands. Ik ben een man. Jij bent een banaan. There you go. Jij bent een banaan. Yeah? Stop comparing animals and other animals of a different species called humans. You're making me cry when you compare animals to other animals called humans.
Wow, these bananas here in the chat. True.
He's Jewish. Now I'm Jewish. A dual citizen of either. Bro, stop with the anti-Semitic stuff. Please stop it with the nonsense. Just stop exploiting animals, okay? And just to be clear what we're showing here, okay, everybody. Are you ready, everyone? You're weird? Yeah, I'm fucking weird. Of course I'm weird.
Shall I?
Yeah,
You can hold the mic.
one second. I'm just gonna. Like, okay, you want to show this? Okay, so we're gonna show you something, everyone. Like, but you know, get ready. It's not gonna be nice, okay? Yeah. So what you see is what all the animals go through if you're not vegan. You see, all the types of exploitation that they endure. You might not see a lot. It's not nice. Yeah. You see, these are their corpses left hanging upside down so that you can consume their flesh or whatever it is that you want to do. And here it comes. Are you ready for the gore? Yeah, look at that. Body parts left hanging upside down. Imagine if these were humans. Imagine if these body parts were of humans. Would you still think it's okay to treat them this way? No, you wouldn't. You'd say fuck that, no thanks. And then look at them. Look, they're full of blood gushing down their face. Yeah, like it's fucking insane. Don't put them in this position. Don't be that person who puts them in this position, you know? That's all we're saying. It's just fucking insane what happens there. Yeah, you see, goose are. Yeah, the goose are they pick their feathers while they're still alive. Can you imagine?
Goose?
Yeah, this for Canada goose and all this kind of jackets that you buy. Imagine how painful it is that they just take away those feathers like that. And yeah.
Also Canada goose, and then for the fur coats.
Oh, this is for the fur coats. Like, look at this. Look.
Anally electrocuted.
Anally electrocuted. It's fucking insane.
The fur is taking off their body, still alive.
Yeah.
The animals are thrown away.
Imagine
They're still
that.
alive with no fur, only the skin.
Yeah, and here it comes. This is the gore. This is dairy. This right here is a cow. You can't even tell very well because their throat is cut, and it's just like, look at this. It's difficult even for me to realize what's going on there. It's just their skin is lifted, and now they're left hanging upside down with blood gushing out of them. This is the reality of your choices, this right here. If you buy dairy products, if you buy meat, this is what you're paying for, you know? And all you vegans, by the way, you don't have to look. I'll let you know when you can stop looking. Yeah, this is fucking insane. Don't pay for this shit. What you see right here, what is this?
Foie gras.
Yeah, this is foie gras?
Foie gras, I think.
No, this is a chicken. This is a chicken being.
This
yeah.
still chicken.
Yeah, this is a chicken being held upside down and having their throats cut, as you see by a person. Like, look at them. This is an individual who had feelings, you know, who at some point didn't want to be exploited, used, and treated like a commodity for your meal or whatever it is that you're using them for. And all of them, you see, they have a number. They don't have a name. They don't have their individuality is stripped away strictly by a number. Number 70390. What will happen to them? They'll have their throats cut and forced into a slaughterhouse, all because you made that choice. It's pretty simple. Don't make that choice. And yeah, this is halal slaughter. You see, halal slaughter of a.
Nothing halal is haram.
Yeah, it's pretty haram, but you call it halal because they use a sharp knife or something. Look at this.
Brainwashing technology, the 4 ways of halal. The biggest halal slaughter is in England.
Yeah.
They do nothing halal. It's only haram. It's only about money.
It's all about
nothing
money.
is halal.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. Look at this shit. Look, like, do you really want to pay for a goat to be put in this position? Yeah. Look at this. This is not something you want to be paying for, huh? This is, what is this? It's another goat who has their throat cut for you. Also halal or maybe kosher. I don't even know because they're both the same shit. Somebody said so nice. Yeah, and look at this. This is for testing experimenting on animals. They use beagles. They use beagles and they cut their vocal cords so that they don't cry. And they feed them, cosmetics and shit. And this is the puke that they get from all of it. And they use beagles because they're so docile. Like, imagine how insane that is. That you would pay for that. They test on cats. This is a cat's head that's been chopped in two. It's fucking awful, isn't it? And you pay for it if you're buying these products. So it's as simple as that. Yeah, bunnies left hanging upside down with blood gushing through the... Yeah, for fur coats, for meat. I don't even know why people do this to them. Yeah, fucking insane. Like, as you can see, we exploit absolutely all animals. This is good. This is foie gras. Yeah, it's foie gras or it's geese liver. Either way, it's fucking awful. They're left hanging upside down. They get cut. They get killed. It's the same thing everywhere, right? We see kind of a pattern. We see animals as commodities. We leave them hanging upside down and completely disregard their individuality. Look at fish. Look at that. This was an individual. They have their guts all ripped away, all because you really wanna pay for this. Don't be that person. Don't pay for this. This is fucking horrific. Don't be that person. You know, this person didn't want to die. This is a horse. We obviously also use horses and kill them. We use them for racing. We use them for whatever we please. Like we sit on them. We do whatever we want. And when we can no longer use them, we kill them. Yeah, and horse meat is a big thing a lot around the world. I think Canada is the #1 exporter of horse meat, if I'm not mistaken. It's fucking insane. This is what you're paying for. These are all individuals. This was a somebody. Yeah, this is hunting. All of you people who are like, yeah, hunting is better. Look at this. This individual is lying dead now, all because you choose to take away their life. What possibly could you stand to gain? Every single thing that you gain from this, you could get from eating a plant-based diet, from making some plastic horns if you want to put some plastic horns on your wall. But either way, you shouldn't be forcing them in this position. This is yet again hunting. This is what happens. We use the dogs. We force them to be violent with these animals. We force them to bring out, look at this, we killed this one animal. Go bring me this animal that I killed. This animal a lot of the times is not even dead. They're just in a very painful state, and the dog brings them, and the human usually breaks their neck. It's fucking insane. This is hunting for you. Hunting is more ethical, huh? More ethical. This right here, what do you see here? It's a goat again being used. It's just the throat of a goat, essentially. I'm guessing this is yet again halal slaughter. Fucking insane. Awful. Absolutely awful. This is what you're paying for. And this is a sheep. Again, for based on the wool, I'm expecting that they were being used for wool. They probably didn't produce enough, and this is what they do. They kill them. Look at this. This was an individual with their own thoughts, with their own feelings, with their own experience of life, just like you have right now. You watching this are experiencing it and are thinking, holy shit, this looks horrific. This is what you're paying for. This individual felt the same way as you do now. Yeah. Look at this. These are minks for fur coats. Freaking horrific.
40 dead animals for one fur coat.
40 dead animals for one fur coat. It's fucking insane. This is fur. But I am assuming a lot of you already agree that fur is fucking insane and you shouldn't be participating in it. So, yeah, this is fur. These are minks. They are all being held in a cage, and they will be electrocuted, like anally electrocuted and then killed while they're well, not killed, but like their skin ripped while they're still alive from them.
And they use 9 different deadly chemicals, but also carcinogenic, cancer-forming, to stop the rotting process of the fur. Then you get all the chemicals get you in your body, and it does all kinds of horrific, terrible things with your body. Deadly chemicals.
Let's move on. Yeah. This is right here is a cow who has been dehorned. You see here they have been dehorned. You see the blood gushing from their dehorning. They cried, it's in pain. This is the reality of what you're paying for. Animal agriculture does this to animals most of the times. You may say, I don't pay for this, what I pay for it's better. Is it really though? It's the same thing. We all pay for the same thing, huh? Bullfighting, a lot of us already disagreed on bullfighting, but this is what it is, using animals for entertainment. This is what we do. They play with them and then they kill them. I don't even know the whole details of bullfighting, but I know it's fucking horrific. If I'm not mistaken, they do inject them with something so that they become aggressive in those times, but fucking horrific either way. And this right here is a sheep.
For Ux. The Ux were made from the backside of the sheep. They cut it off and they make Uggs shoes.
Uggs, the shoes, yeah.
You make shoes of it.
Yeah, so this is made for shoes. Like, look at this, like it's all full of blood. Like you don't want any of these people to you wouldn't want to be in their position at all. So don't put them in that position. That's it.
And then finally,
respect animals. Respect all animals. The only way to respect animals is to be vegan, everyone. And that's it, my vegans. It's okay. That's it. We showed all of it. And everyone, I'm going to go now because I have to go into the other stream. I'm going to be live on Skyjack Morgan's stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope you got something out of this. If you're not vegan, you saw kind of what it is that you're paying for. Don't pay for that shit. Be nice to animals. There's a 3-minute video in the description of this channel. AI images, bro, I wish they were AI. I honest to God wish they were AI. They're not, sadly. There's a 3-minute video in the description of this stream. Give that a watch. See what you feel, how you feel about it. And if you don't want to be part of it, Challenge 22 will help you with all that. They hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan. But you have access to, literally, you just said AI. You have access to AI. You have access to Google. You have access to anything you need to be vegan today. There's no reason for you to continue oppressing animals. So stop oppressing animals. Okay, everyone? I'll see you in the next one. The activists will continue going. I'm going to go because I have to be live on Skyjack Morgan's stream. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Live vegan. Live vegan. I want to give a shout out, though. I think Draculum was first. I think, who was second? Because it was somebody else different. Martin was third, I know. And I don't know exactly who was second. But we do have this contest on our channel here that if you comment on the stream, you get a shout out in the next stream. Yeah, so these were I want to say that the first 3 people to comment, but I only remember 2 of them. Yeah, Draculum, you were first, but who was second? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't pay attention, but thank you so much. I'll give you a shout out in the next one. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Be vegan. Be nice. Be smart. Be intelligent. Be vegan. Okay. See you in the next one, everyone.